Yeah, but like, Boomer. Look at this site. This is what was on the pistol originally. Was this little thing?
I'm back. I'm sorry. Holy shit.
Everything
good,
all
Matt?
good, Roonies?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. So basically, wait, you streaming right now or no?
No, I won't be streaming up. I'm recording, but I can clip this.
Oh, clip it. Yeah, if you want.
Clip it.
Basically, just like out of nowhere, a random, my landlord, the guy I'm living with,
Mm-hmm.
his last flatmate just came in and just started banging the shit out of the door, like full on punching it.
Annoying.
Didn't break it, thank God. And yeah, Shane just called the police, and now we're just dealing with it. That was my first time ever dealing with that kind of shit.
That's
Yes,
so
it's pretty
weird. That's
scary,
just
hey?
harassment.
No, like yeah, he's been full. Cause what happened last time was yeah, his name's Shane. That's my landlord. He's basically had him with him, like in my very room, and he was a good guy. He was a good bloke, but his wife, oh my fucking god, basically like this psycho crazy bitch. They just went to nightclubs, and the day before he kicked him out, she just started scratching. Grabbed a knife and started scratching up his fridge with a knife. She was fucking
Whoa.
insane.
Jesus.
Yeah, she was one of those crazies. And so he talked to the mate, and he just went, "Mate, I'm sorry, but you guys have to go. Like, I don't, because he couldn't even, like, my landlord had kids. Like, he couldn't even like what grab
Yeah.
them over.
Yeah.
Like, he couldn't do anything about it. He's like, no, I can't let my kids see this shit. So yeah. And then as soon as they went, apparently, apparently he changed, and now apparently there's like a money issue, and he wants money back at an absurd rate. And so Shane's one have been talking about it, like, if you want to do this, like, I don't want to do it up that high of a rate. That's a ridiculous amount of money.
Mm.
And then yeah, he's been yelling out to Shane, causing him death threats and shit.
Whoa.
And now here we go today. He's banging on the
Jesus.
door and
That's
fucking
fucking-
full
Wait,
on.
they already. I assume they already have a contract. Like, he can't just demand
Oh
to
no,
up
that
the
was like
rate.
2 months ago though. Yeah, that was like 2 months
Yeah,
ago.
like, he can't just demand that. Like,
Oh no,
is
that's
he
the thing.
okay?
Because like, no, that's the thing. Because like, he wanted to, like, as soon as he got out, which is fine. Shane wanted to talk to him about, like, when do you want to meet, stuff like that. What's the money?
Yeah, perfect.
But
Yeah.
he just kept pushing it so high of a rate. Like so,
Mm.
like fucking like tens of thousands of dollars, even though he stayed there for like not that long.
This
Like, it's full on
guy's
like
cooked.
Actually cooked.
Actually
I
cooked.
reckon something happened with his wife, and now she
Yeah,
wants
now
more
he's
money.
affected
Just
by it.
Roonies.
What?
Your window is open, and there are police outside. Be
Yeah,
careful what
my
you're
window's
talking about.
closed.
It's closed now. Good. And still be careful about what you're talking about. Wait till they leave.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Oh, I'm scared as shit.
He'll be
bud.
fine. He's not. He's not doing nothing.
That was the loudest bang I've ever heard of. Guy.
The police came really quick for you guys.
Yeah.
They're like they're like a block and a half over.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, fuck me.
Like, I don't think you guys understand. We're like 2 blocks away from CBD.
Mm.
Yeah,
Like, we physically couldn't get closer. What?
that's really lucky. They have a police station really close.
I full on thought he was gonna break it too.
That's fine, Rooney.
Since
Don't worry
I was
about it
watching
too much, man.
outside.
Oh fuck.
What do I get? 8 plus condition
What do we
modifier.
say after that? Who's ready for D&D? Who's ready for D&D?
D&D!
I don't want to start.
All of us.
I
All
don't
of us.
think the police will come back on it. Will come to knocking. So.
Yeah.
Sorry
Just
about
be
it, boys.
careful. That's why I'm not starting.
Are you guys just waiting until the cops come before we start up?
Clear out.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's fine.
just clear out.
That's fine. That's all good.
All right. So we should do our recap for just us then,
Mhm.
because it don't matter who.
I'm not streaming. Yeah.
Yeah. Where do we start? Holy shit!
There's a
Last
lot.
episode, last session was
We met up with a
Incredible.
bunch of-
Next
was
level.
incredible.
Bunch of cool.
Next level session.
Bunch of fucking cool shit happened.
Too much
Fucking-
cool shit happened.
Fucking Tarista's married now.
Mm. And there's
Yeah.
also a warlock.
He's
Yeah,
also a
we-
warlock, yeah.
We met up with.
And he
my-
doesn't get a
my father.
choice.
He doesn't
Met
get
up
a
with
choice.
met up with my father.
We met up with Tarkin. Tarkin,
He is my father.
did we come up with your last name? Because I
They don't have
believe,
a last name.
I believe
Yeah.
you told me his last name was Drop, and I'm just like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah, it's just do for now.
No, so it's Brun. Oh, hold on.
And
Brunier
Brunier doesn't have a
Drop.
last name.
Yeah,
Brunier doesn't have a last
that is
name.
my name.
Brunya doesn't
No.
need a
Brunya's
last
just
name.
Brunya.
Brunya is
Yeah, I
recognized
mean-
by his first name alone.
I mean, yeah,
The
that's
legendary
literally what it is.
The
Yeah.
legendary
But if,
Brunya.
Right.
if you want, you can absolutely change name to Drop. I don't give a shit. But
Oh hell no! I don't need a
legally,
drop kick. Fuck that shit.
Oh, I spelled so
It's solidated. You're Brunya now.
Exactly. You goddamn right.
Brunya.
Oh, all my dex
Brr.
things
Yeah.
went up. That's right. Fucking Pog.
Freaking brr.
Bro.
Just burr. Just
How-
burrs it in there. Steam coming. Fuck, that was a good scene.
Mm.
Crimson.
yeah.
Since this is my first time making a multi-class, do I just add like the number of cantrips I have from Warlock to my?
No, so you should have, I believe, 2 cantrips from being a first level warlock.
Mm-hmm.
So you get so if you go to generate spell sheet, you have to regenerate your old spell sheet, and then you'll also be a separate warlock spell sheet as well.
Yeah, that's so cool. You get 2 separate spells to like take from, because Warlock is weird, eh? Like Warlock,
Warlock is
is
funky.
different. Just built
Oh,
different.
Does oh my fucking god. Okay, let's do it.
So you get access to like shit ton of spells now.
Mhm.
Well, you will if you put more levels into Warlock, whether you get a choice or not.
Do I get Eldritch Blast? No, I have to actually choose Eldritch Blast, of course.
Obviously, you take Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast is just bread and butter, isn't it?
Yep. You can't go wrong with Eldritch Blast. Okay.
So should we carry on with the recap while
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Trisha's
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. So,
Sorry.
writing notes?
um, yeah, notes. This will be a good point to look at notes, actually. All right. So we met up. Well, we traveled with our good friends, the Justica, Cesare, Vetrung, and
Yep.
his 12 band of
No, there was 9.
there
There was 9 and the dwarf.
9 and the
Hmm.
dwarf, so 10 spare. So 10 young boys. Can't say that. Anyways, so we were traveling with them. Cesare and Eric.
They're the Golden
got-
Throne, not the fucking Catholic Church.
Good point. Same thing, ain't it?
Hey, evil now.
Oh. Cesare and Eric got along very well to the point where they started training together. Eric got his ass handed to him very easily, which isn't surprising. We found out that the golden cane, the cane in gold, is Herald. Everyone's
Harold.
Harold? Harold.
It's Harold.
With 2
Harold,
A's,
yeah.
Harald.
hmm
Oh, there's 2 A's. Well, I spelled your name wrong, Harold. Suck it up.
Just deal with it.
Just deal with it, bro. You ain't real. We found out that he is our brother, and that's our older brother, and he is the one who's been sending letters to father.
hmm
He has an air of mystery around him. He seems dangerous, air of unease. But nobody can really remember his face. Apparently, the Velkan Cabal were involved with Cesare's father and killed him. We met the Varganian.
Varangian.
Varung. U, not A, U. Varangian Guard, Arcanian Shock Troopers, essentially. And that's what Brunier was built up to be.
For those of you who are unaware, the Varangian Guard, in real terms, was a couple tribes of Norwegian Vikings that kind of got really, really lost in the river systems and ended up in Turkey.
Whoops.
And then they
Whoops.
ended up serving for a few hundred years as the personal guard to the Justinian emperors in Turkey.
there you
Wait,
go.
so wait, how do you Norwegian?
Oh, this
No,
is
no, no, no,
like-
no, that's
This is
in real
not-
life.
This is
No, I'm
Irish.
not
That's-
saying. I'm comparing the trans.
Anastasia Talos.
Mhm.
Do you need to go outside?
There's a
Bella?
great keep. There's a great keep there. Tarkin runs the Varangian Guards.
Mm-hmm.
He literally is the number one.
I don't know how to spell that.
There's
I
a
just read it
stalker
somewhere.
beasts have a lifespan of 30 to 35 years.
Mm-hmm.
However, Ulysses is 40 years old, and she is the biggest stalker beast as we know in existence.
Usei.
Usei, thank you. Sorry, Usei. Let's throw an A there, and then throw a Y. There you go. Maybe that'll help. Agrid Agrid breast robes, master at arms of
Agrid?
Kane Hall.
Double-breasted robes.
Double breasted. Whatever.
Agrid.
Agrid.
Not Hagrid.
Aggie.
Hagu.
They notice that. Oh, well, that's personal notes. There's 85k 85k debt to the Black Bank and a 30k debt to the Bourbons.
Mm-hmm.
And the one who's coming here to get married with Anastasia is Marley's Bourbon.
No.
Not
Thibault.
Marley's Bourbon.
Marley is the patriarch of the Bourbon family. It is Marley's, I believe, brother.
Marley's brother. And his name is
Thib.
T-H-I-B.
Thibault.
T-H-I-B.
Ault. Thibault.
A-U-L-T. Tybalt. Oh, right. Bold letters. Bold.
Mm-hmm.
Can't get it. Bold letters.
Is bold.
What is this episode
Right.
called again? Sorry.
Old
Liquor?
wounds.
Old wounds.
Old wounds.
Mhm.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's all I've written. If anyone else wants to fill us in, there's probably some smaller bits here and there. Oh, right. Hang on. I need to write this down. Eric is the new Kane.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
just
yeah.
little note there.
Kane. Why did I write Kane? I meant to write Eric.
Kane's the new Kane. All hail
Kane is the
Kane.
new Kane. Oh, Kane. Yeah, Eric is the new
Kane,
fucking-
Kane.
Eric is the...
Oh, I'm so excited! I get to whip out the dice from the pouch.
I'm scared. Like, I came into this game not expecting to get reimbursed in the fucking the fucking political warfare. I just thought Eric is just going to be that character who's going to be sidestepping the law, doing his own thing, then coming back, joining in with the law, and being like, "Oh yeah, that should be it." Yeah, I learned this, I learned that. Now he's like, "I now have a title. I can't do this shit anymore."
If that's the point you're hung up on Tristan, then
It's no.
may the Lord have mercy on your soul.
I already know shit's about to go down the moment Eric just speaks. So I'm the Kane. Fuck. Eric, you're Kane again. Fuck.
So, we also missed out on a few other things, like Yom and Buddy Freya's taking a kin to Anastasia, and we also
Huge
missed out on.
episode.
You have to
Yep.
remember that's not Eric taking notes.
That's
'Cause
not good, it's not good.
I'm writing my notes as if Eric's writing them.
Eric's writing them. Turiok got married, and Eric was able to lay his Mrs. ashes to rest.
That's right, and also engraved on the obsidian plaque up there, Eric
Mhm.
and Helka Talium.
Yep. Perfect. So, are we ready?
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah,
give me
So
1 second,
ready.
I just gotta go. I
as
just gotta
ready
go
as
let the dog
I'll
in.
ever be.
Too easy. So, boys, where do we find you this morning?
I believe we stayed at the inn that night.
Yeah, toughy.
I don't know.
Yep.
I got drunk on
Got
my ass.
fucking
with
pissed.
I got drunk on my ass with my father.
Oh, that's right. You got fucking hella drunk with your father. Turiak and Eric came back probably late last night, and probably just went straight to their rooms in silence.
Hmm.
Yost is hungover. There is no doubt in my mind. Yost right now is so hungover, the world is still spinning.
But like, we're Vikings.
It don't matter, Yost. Do you drink often?
I mean, Vikings just drink often in general. It's part of the culture.
But do you drink often? That is the
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
Out in the mist by yourself drinking.
I mean, everyone can drink. There's no bad time to drink.
I'm just trying to establish your character in my mind a bit more, as to
Oh,
see
yeah.
how much alcohol you go through.
Well, you have to find out through my reactions whether I'm hungover or not.
I believe there's a Constitution saving throw for that.
Well, I haven't been asked
Well,
for that.
we'll get to it.
We're getting there. Just trying to find out where everyone is.
Yeah.
Um,
So you two got drunk in the tavern. Where are you, Eric?
I would be probably woke up very early. Oh, sorry, woke up. I don't know what time they got back, but he probably would have woken up at the crack of dawn. And for the first time, first time in 12 years, Eric's tidied the room proper, tucked the beds in,
Mm-hmm.
has polished his armor and everything to look all nice and as if it's brand new. And he's probably wearing the best attire he can with his armor.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
he's looking
Trying to look nice and regal.
He's looking as best as he can with what he's working with, which is pretty decent, but
Mhm.
not like if the Golden Throne walked in level of
Yeah.
decent.
Yeah, absolutely. What about you, Turiak? Where'd you end up?
Probably, getting a few more drinks. Then,
Where did you finish?
in front of a fucking not a campfire, like a fucking
Sorry about that, guys. Thank you for waiting.
Oh, good.
fireplace.
All animals are pretty incorrect.
Just curling up near the fireplace and going to sleep there.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Remember,
That
this is
sounds
a
incredible.
this is a Canian lodge, a proper Canian lodge. There is no secret rooms. Like you sleep on the floor. So there's plenty of braziers around which you can curl up around. So from there, we'll go to the girls. Where'd you guys end up?
I think from memory,
You
you
reckon?
want to go back to the druid circle to look after that orc fella.
Mm-hmm. He's out cold, but he's fine. Bit of a fever, but for the most part, he looks like he'll be okay.
Okay.
What about you, Freya? Where you end up?
Would Freya know where everyone is?
You'd have an idea. There's enough. There's more than a handful of pubs in this area. But you could easily find your way through.
Okay. So yeah, I probably would have ended up back there. Had
Mm-hmm.
a couple
Say
drinks or
with the
something like
boys.
that. Yeah.
Too easy.
Because I don't think, because if Ewan went back, then I don't think Freya would have stayed behind.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, moving on from there. Hold on, just gotta find my notes. That one, beautiful. So, well, we're gonna start off with you, Tristan. Sorry, Eric. Where are you up to?
Where am I up to? It's funny that you
Mhm.
asked me because I actually had an idea of what I was about to think and do. But I'm about to combine it with Freya. I probably would have noticed Freya downstairs, probably passed out or sleeping
Yeah,
or
cold.
awake in the process.
Like a light, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a light.
I come beside her, sleep wherever she's sleeping. I gently just, you know, shake you just to wake you up a little bit. And so if you wake up or if you don't, that's a different story. Freya. Freya.
Do you wake up?
I don't think Freya's gonna wake up on like maybe the first 2 nudges. She
Yeah,
likes
Bit of heavy
that's
sleeper.
yeah,
Freya.
food and sleep.
Freya. Freya. Come on.
What? What?
Come Sorry. I need to speak with you, preferably outside.
5 more minutes.
What?
Just a little bit longer.
I'm going to go
Fucking
order.
alarm.
I'll go order a drink
Snooze.
of water. Do you want some milk, or do you want something else?
And she just sort of sits there for a minute, nearly falling back to sleep. And it's like alcohol.
All right, I'll get you some alcohol. I'll walk over to the bar. It's probably early morning.
Mm-hmm. There is a young, almost like I'd say, pretty damn close to a child, currently sitting on the bar, and she looks like she's like scrubbing the bar like she's like trying to tear the thing in half, viciously.
Excuse me, miss.
Yeah.
Can I please get a glass of water and the lightest alcoholic drink you have, like the very lightest thing?
I can get water.
You know what? Sure, I'll take it.
Runs out the back, comes back with with a bucket that's just full of water, and she just kind of passes you the bucket like this.
I pick it up gently. Thank you very much, and I tip her 2 silver pieces.
So you hear her just turn and run off. Mommy, mommy, mommy.
That's understandable.
Have a nice day.
Understandable. Have a nice day. I get 2 glasses from behind the counter. I guess it's just like it's 2 glasses. Just fill them up with both water.
Mm-hmm.
Walk back over to Freya. Here, your drink.
You just sort of like fills
I
the
just
glass.
place it in your hand. Yeah, I just place it in your hand and just let you hold it.
Nah, she's gonna be like, and then she's gonna go.
That's fair.
This is
I
water.
down the water.
Glug 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 glug.
Down my water.
He spits it out, and then she realizes it's like, oh, and then she just has like a little sip, and then puts it back. Like, so, let's say that it's like this full of water. She has like that much at the start, spits that out, and then she has like this much more. And it's like
That's alright. Water.
do-
That's fine. Water gets the body waking up anyway, so that's why I handed it to you.
How dare
You do have to roll first, though.
Yeah, I thought so.
Okay. I need to
Yeah,
speak
sure,
with you.
absolutely. By the way, yes.
Fine, if you won't serve me any more water. He gets
That's-
up,
That can be arranged.
sluggishly gets up, just like,
I brush you off a little bit, sort of dust and whatnot. And I. How far away would you say that hill, that cliffside is?
Oh, that's like a solid hour and a half walk.
Oh, okay. Uh, gonna walk to like what seems like a park area where there's open space for not many people.
So the closest park, quote unquote, area would be would probably be down near the keep. Like they have a large external garden nearby.
Yep.
That's kind of attached to the keep. You're not quite sure about the rules of going there, but if you just want an open area, you can easily find someone in one of the various small village squares.
Yeah, I'll go to the village square where there's just not too many people, but there's still people around, sort of thing. Like the town's waking up, in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Sit Freya down. Freya,
What?
if there was ever a chance that you'd ever get tied up in a political marriage, what would you want to do about it?
That sort of just like wakes her up a little bit. Run away?
What if you couldn't run away? What if you weren't allowed to, no matter what? You were stuck in this position, and you had to go through with it.
As long as I've got food, I guess.
What if it was someone that you liked, that was your political marriage partner?
Well, if I liked the person, I'd consider it.
Now, what I'm about to tell you, only one other person knows. I'm no longer exiled.
Did this happen?
Was there a date on the golden, in that golden bracket thing?
No,
Or would
there
you just-
wasn't.
Would you just say the moment that Alexandra and our
Uh,
father
yeah,
died?
would be from their death. Yeah.
From Alexander's and father's death, I was reinstated as the next heir. Now the reason
So-
why. Sorry, go on.
How does this bring marriage into it, though?
I've got a plan. It might work, but it might not. And it solely relies on two people. You and Turiak. Sorry, three people. But I'll mention the third one shortly.
Eric, while you're talking to Freya, I'm going to get you to roll a perception check for me real quick.
Sure. Perception,
Mm-hmm.
20.
Fuck. You swear you saw a shadow move on the edge of one of these courtyards.
I kind of, where sorry, that symbol I have, I kind of
Mhm. Which
let it-
symbol?
the black hand symbol.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I kind of let that loosely hang out the length of my arm, like I've got some sort of overcoat on. It's
Mhm.
kind of sitting
Yeah.
there, it dangles a little bit, and then I pull it back. Just
Mhm.
have a inkling of a feeling, and I just kind of figure I've seen this coming from the moment I found out.
Mhm.
Like, Eric's seen this coming. He's gonna have a chat. You might be wrong completely, It could be someone else entirely, but to him, he thinks it's what it is. And yeah, he continues though. So what I need from you is permission. I'm not going to do this against your will, because I don't want to do it like that. And what I'm asking you is, would you allow me to potentially set up a political marriage for you as well as Turiak?
I wouldn't know that he's already married, would I?
No.
No, you don't.
I'd prefer not.
What if I told you that it was to Anastasia?
And she just sort of sits back for a second, thinking.
Freya, can I get you to roll a perception check for me, really, please?
Yeah, I have that on my phone now. I can use that.
And Tristan, at this point in time, you do notice an old, rather crony-looking woman kind of huddle her way past you guys, far enough away that you don't really think she's listening in, but enough to make you kind of tuck your words in, especially after mentioning Anastasia.
Oh no, this whole conversation has been like, yeah, you know, this. It's been like, I'm sitting in, cupped her hands, close, and it's been not. It's like stage whisper.
Yeah, you stage with. I understand that. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
it's
Just
something
trying
you're
to make
actively taking use of, and you're just kind of like, I'm just gonna lean in a little bit closer.
Yeah. Keep it further down.
11 total.
11. You see nothing. Continue.
So she's sort of sat back, thinking about it. This depends entirely on her.
Yeah. No, 100% it does. The only reason why I'm even suggesting this is to get rid of the bourbons out of the Peloa. Softly. Not, obviously no conflict. I want no conflict here. I'm looking at paying the entire debt owed. But as we know, Anastasia does not accept anything from a man. But what if it was a wedding gift instead? I give you my little sister. I take care of your debts. Sort of situation.
But again, it
really
it's
does.
up to her.
I just wanted to
wouldn't
know.
force her to do anything.
No. That's not my intention at all. It's a workaround to get out of that particular arranged marriage into something more favorable. And to the Peloans, you would be with her. To the world, Turiak.
Not fully understanding.
Hello.
that.
I hear that grunt and just immediately, hello there. Hello there, General Kenobi.
So to give you guys an explanation, something your characters probably wouldn't know, given you guys haven't left Peloa. Majority of the world kind of are very, I wouldn't say like homophobic, but they in that kind of nice little meet space where it's like I really don't care what you do, but don't do it publicly. You know, it's the old like the ways of the Romans, where everybody's straight, everybody has such happy marriages, but just so happens that everybody goes to the exact same fucking bathhouse every day, and they come out completely dirty. That's the majority of the world. In Peloa, you guys kind of just are very free loving and just, you know, if they make you happy, just go marry them. Like, why is that a problem?
Probably because lots of land in Peloa isn't changed hands by marriage.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
that's it.
owned by warlords.
Yeah, this is why I spoke to Boomer about this to make sure I knew everything before going into it. So, hence why Toriak front for the world, but in Peloa, it's Freya. Hence why I need permission from everybody in this party, like in the party involved.
Hey, Tristan. Sorry, Eric, I should say. Eric, can I please get an insight check from you, please?
Insight. Ooh.
Another one.
No, it was perception before. 19.
You suddenly have this very foreboding feeling that you're being watched by many different angles.
But yes, so now about that drink, Freya. Let's go wake everyone else up and let's go introduce them to a bright new day. And I offer my hand out to you in what you've probably never seen Eric do. A very gentlemanly person in power kind of bow. Curtsy kind of thing. Eric doesn't do this at all.
What?
Roll a performance check for me.
Trip over your own fucking
Ooh.
boots, dude.
I'm
Dang.
like, what's happening here?
He's oh wow, 23. Canyon bow.
Almost seems okay. Still very awkward though.
It is. He's rusty. would
You're
be
not
the
gonna
word.
work around the situation.
No, I know. I know how it is.
If it was a
You
nat
think
one,
I don't know? Eric's been gone for 12 years.
It was too good of a performance.
Anyways,
So you guys gonna head back to the inn?
To the inn. Yeah.
instead of just following along with him, like right as he finishes like the stance, I'm just gonna grab him by the
It's
wrist,
a-
like, you promised me alcohol, let's go.
Yeah. There was a handout. It was like one of those
Mm-hmm.
my lady sort of.
Yeah, so
fucking
she
situation.
reaches past the hand, grabs the wrist, and drags you to the bar.
As you guys are moving back towards the bar, you notice a shadow move in front of you, and your first instinct is to kind of reach for a weapon and lean in a bit closer to each other. And all of a sudden, you feel from behind both of you a very sharp, I wouldn't say like an outright pain, but kind of like a twinge just around where your kidneys are in the back of your in your back. You do need to come with me.
Do I recognize this voice?
Make a history check.
Oh, that's not too bad. History? 17.
I made the rule
No.
18.
Haha.
You don't.
Shit.
So we'll get back to you guys very shortly.
Damn it. It's all your fault.
I had to have a conversation. Couldn't have it in a bar.
You
Yoss,
could
where
have.
exactly are you, friend?
I'm in the same bar that they're in, actually.
They were in.
They were in.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just starting to feel the headache coming on
Yep.
a little bit.
You get a very sudden couple shakes in the chest.
Oh.
Um,
who do I see?
Are you Yost? Yost
Yes.
Talion?
Yes.
I've got a letter here. It doesn't have a sender. And he like holds it out to you slightly.
Oh, that's okay. Is there any writing on it at all? Any
It's
description?
folded over, and there seems to be some kind of a almost like, so it's It's a bit weird. You do notice a little bit of what seems to be like a tree sap that's kind of stamped it shut.
Okay. I assume I recognize the stamp.
There's no stamp in it. It's just the tree.
Oh,
It's
just
just
tree?
been closed shut. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see. Who are you? Sorry?
Dewey.
Judy.
No, Dewey.
Jewy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Wait, how'd you get this?
We there's runners that run from here to Danehall every day.
Oh, okay.
This one just arrived for you yesterday.
Oh, thank you. I'll open the letter.
As you try to reach for it, he kind of pulls back and just like looks down towards your coin purse.
Oh, you want something? How much do you normally get paid?
3 gold.
3 gold. You're trying to pull my leg. You know what? I'll be kind.
Roll an insight check.
Really?
Damn. This kid's trying to fucking swindle
Yeah, he's
you.
trying to scam me.
He's trying to like hardcore scam you.
You got a
13.
20. You got a 20.
Oh, that one.
Oh, I got a 13.
That's a 20.
This kid is good.
Oh,
Is
a
it a-
2.
Oh,
It's
that's
a 2.
It's 2.
Oh,
No.
damn it.
Right
No,
there.
it's a 20.
A 1.
It's a
The
20.
2 is right
Oh,
next
it's a
to the
20.
20.
Oh.
Trying to
Yeah, there it is.
because
Oh,
it's
I
it's
see.
white and gold, which looks great in real life and terrible on
I was
camera.
gonna tip him anyway.
No, he's convinced you.
Oh, well, okay. Well, I'm gonna assume I'm going to do the same action as before. I'll be like, you know, I guess I was wrong. You can have you know what? You have 4 gold. Here you go.
Thanking you kindly, sir. And he hands you the letter and he runs off. Very, very happy, almost skipping his way out of the room.
Nice person. I'll Can I
So-
open the letter now?
Absolutely. It reads like this. Yost, you will be missed. As you always seem to forget that I have lived in these woods for many winters before your birth and can take care of myself just fine. Although your compassion is appreciated. I must warn you that the forest has whispered ill omens to me. The Bourbons have ventured deep into our lands and bring nothing but deceit and destruction. Take care of the man Tybalt. He's capable of much pain. If you would accept some advice in dealing with him, I would beg that you recall the words of wisdom from a mutual friend of ours. Don't piss it off. Arn.
Could you just send that to me on Discord? I wonder. I couldn't write all the notes. I'll probably take a bunch off of that. Okay. I'll just pocket the letter.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I'll head off just for some like just for a nice like walk or something.
Mhm.
Catch some fresh air. I haven't been outside in a little bit. I mean, I probably feel a bit rough from last night. I need the fresh air anyway.
Mm-hmm, definitely. So I think we're going to cut across to Yom.
Yum isn't really doing much. She's just kind of at the druids.
Yeah,
foot,
yeah.
Probably speaking to the druids.
Haven't
there.
I was about to say I don't think you would have woken up yet, but oh, have we lost her?
No, I'm here.
I think we've lost her.
Sorry.
Oh, she's back.
Yep, sorry.
So I when you wake up, you notice a very familiar face, curled up over the orc.
Mhm.
Except the guy who's curled over him's skin's a little darker in green than the orc that's curled up. Still with some very vascular forearms and very broad shoulders. Mistress, it's good to see you. How you doing?
Oh, very well. Have you come to check on your boy?
And Dunda kind of steps up and comes towards you and like bows before you very, very deeply. Well, I wouldn't say that particularly. I do make my rounds between the various different druid circles around around Peloa there.
Oh, makes sense.
There's only a handful of us left, you know.
Yes, I know.
This one hasn't moved an inch since you put him back. I think the fever's gonna get worse. We'll pull for her. I was orcs hard to kill, you know.
I know, but
Yeah, he walks back over and begins to wipe his forehead with a wet damp rag.
yes, I'm the only thing I'm worried about is the things he got the injuries from. I don't know if it's just physical.
Oh no. Although they are magical, they don't possess any cursing abilities of the like.
That's
They will definitely help you drown. Suppose you went through the narrows like that.
Honestly, we weren't planning on it. We were walking through, and then the mist came down. Actually, Dunda, I wanted to speak to you about something that happened to me while I was in there as well.
Of course, mistress.
Have you ever met any of the will-o'-the-wisps? Have you seen one?
I have never heard of a willow of the wisp. Can you please explain it to me?
Well, when we were traveling, we were in the company of some very seasoned soldiers, and the fog came down very hard, very fast.
You mean like this one here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right.
Came down very hard, very fast. Couldn't even see 10 feet beyond the feet of the horses, and
That's a very thick fog there.
mm.
But fog, you know,
And-
anywhere
and-
on the
and the-
peninsula, the fog will do whatever the hell it wants to.
I know, but the
So
thing
there's a
was,
tricksy little bastard.
the thing was, we were right next to the waterfall in the Narrow, so we couldn't even hear it.
Yeah.
And then when I got off my horse to go, and one of the men thought he heard something and went off to investigate, disappeared. Eric and myself went a little bit deeper into the fog, and then we got separated somehow. I'm not quite sure how that happened. It's almost like I don't really remember. There was a lot going on, but and then when I couldn't see Eric anymore, there was this little glowing thing.
Mm-hmm.
Took me by the nose and tried to lead me out of the fog.
Well, that was very nice of it.
Yeah, well, when I told it I couldn't leave my family behind, it's like it clapped and the fog disappeared, and then those dead kids were there. Very strange. I've never seen anything like it before, ever.
Well, I can't particularly say I've ever seen it myself, love. Yeah, that's real conundrum there. They say it was a lot in the mist, or a part of the mist, or what? What did it look like exactly?
It was like, when before the mist comes down really heavy, you can still see the sun through it. It was like that, but smaller.
Okay. I personally have never heard of the story of such a thing, but if it was able to move about the mist so easily, I would almost say it could be perhaps an omen from Sol himself. Not too sure exactly.
Do you know if there are any druids of soul or priests of soul anywhere in the city that I can go and speak to about it?
Specifically of Sol. Well, I know about the whispered one, but I can't find him no matter where I go. He's kind of just does his own thing, really. I kind of just gotta let him be. And I'm sorry, I realize I don't actually have his notes anymore. The hobgoblin
Oh, get it.
druid. What's that? Garrick.
Garrett. Yeah.
Garrett. That's right. Yes, it was Garrett, isn't it? I'm gonna put that in my new notes. Garrett. And you might also want to have a quick chat with Garrett too. He's he knows more about this kind of shit than I do.
I would, but it's such a long way to get back home.
I mean, I could always just take you back there. It's you do realize that all of these druid circles are connected, right?
Can I just do that?
I mean, can't you do that?
Can we do that? If we can do that, I would like to try that. Don't make
And
my
yeah,
life
you
a
just
lot
you
easier.
see Dundar there, just like looking straight down at his feet, looking really fucking confused.
Dunda.
No, I did it this morning. Yeah, no, you definitely can do that.
All right. Thank you. Yes, let me go and tell my brothers and my sister, and then we can go.
Too easy. I know. Do you remember what it looks like inside of where you're going?
Of course I do. It's my home circle.
Okay, that's kind of very important. It's one of the very first things we normally do I've just realized that we kind of gave you Mistress of the Hunt, and we kind of didn't really teach you anything about being a druid, and I'm very sorry about that.
We'll come back to that later, Dunda. My life experiences seem to be putting me in okay stead for most of it. But yes, you're right. You didn't teach me this stuff.
Yeah, no, we kind of just left it up to Garrett. There's not that many of us,
I know. This is why you're forgiven. But let me go find my siblings, and then we'll go.
Too easy. All right.
Do you want me to bring you back anything from the square when I go through it?
I haven't had fish in a while.
Right, I'll see what I can do.
Thanks. He just goes back to take care of the orc. So, does anybody else want to do anything this morning?
Yes. After Yost goes for his walk,
Mhm.
he's gonna go to one of the trading centers, and he wants to trade in one of the diamonds for 50 gold pieces or higher.
So these diamonds were from.
The body of what was his name again? The
man that believed in the death god.
the death god guy, yeah.
Oh,
The one who I purged.
Not Durga, but the fucking Hafdal.
Yeah. But yeah, you mentioned his name before, but I forgot what it was.
What the worshipper of the
The
guy?
worshipper.
The worshiper, yeah.
The guy that's blind.
Yes, I'm trying to remember.
And Eric killed him, but he came back to life somehow.
Yeah,
Mm,
that sucks.
And then he ran. Like a bitch.
Like a bitch.
Fuck, I want to kill that guy.
Eric one-shots him
can't-
as soon as
you
he
can't
steps out
kill
the door.
Yeah, it's gonna do a lot of good, isn't it?
Apparently worship death god creates you
Oh, it does
immortality.
nothing, man.
I cannot find his notes. That was one of the things I wanted to actually ask you guys about, and you just said just rewatch the VOD lol, and it's like
Just rewatch it.
I'm not watching 4 hours.
At least 4
Uh,
hours.
Skip it for him.
Oh, good. We'll dig around and we'll find it. But yeah, him.
Mhm.
I know who you're talking about. And how many? So
Just one.
it was just the one. It was 50 gold
I want
pieces,
to keep.
right?
I want to keep another one because I feel like it'll be annoying to carry 100 gold pieces around my purse.
Okay. So you had 2 of them, right?
I had 2. I want to sell 1.
Okay. Those are part of kitty funds, so you kind of need to discuss it with everybody else.
Oh. Okay.
They're not just your diamonds.
Yeah, they collect
Okay.
diamonds.
Sure.
Almost like there is a specific reason I gave out a diamond at 50 gold pieces.
Oh, does someone need it for a spell or something?
There are multiple spells which need diamonds and 50 gold pieces.
Yeah. Which is why I just wanted to sell 1.
Okay, moving on.
Okay. I'll look to find the rest of the group then.
Yep, all good. So you just can move through and try to find everybody else. Brunya, you're gonna be out cold till almost midday.
He is paying for his own alcohol.
Nah, my dad would.
My dad too. Brunya, the whole campaign never pays for his own alcohol. Always has someone else to pay.
Very efficient way of saving money, though.
Oh, you damn right. Brunia's like waking up and then going back to sleep again. You damn right.
Over here's the fourth war. Damn
I ain't
right.
paid. I ain't paid shit.
So, I guess that just pulls us back to Eric and Freya. So you guys are led through the city with bags over your head.
Oh, shit.
You hear the sound of a heavy wooden set door open and kind of flop to the side. You're then led down a small set of stairs where the doors are closed behind you. You hear the sounds of a woman being startled. You're led past through another door as one of you guys bump into the doorway. And Eric, you in particular are thrown on what appears to be a seat. But the moment you hit the seat, you realize that there are small nails embedded into the seat and the armrest of the chair itself. So you immediately just kind of fly back up, and then you push back down onto it. Which reminds me, you take
I got it.
5 points of damage.
Fuck me, you're gonna kill me already.
Jesus.
Peekaboo.
And you're kind of just like held there over your shoulder, like shoulders push you down. You're like kind of grab onto whatever you can to hold yourself up, and you get your
Look, I'm okay. Yep. Look, I'll stay. Fuck me.
You get your sack ripped off you, and Susan, you're kind of dragged away into a nearby room where there are 4 cells. One of the cells are open, and you're tossed inside, but you can just barely make out Eric.
Ow, it's
in the next room over.
Alright.
Ow. You see a human with blonde hair. He's got a thick old cigar hanging out one side of his mouth. He's got a very bright blue eyes, and he's got large scratches running. Two large scratches. One they both start here. And they cross over just above in the center of the eyes. They come back down across the face. And you see his beard and his mustache are all really torn up from these thicker scars. Looks to be about 5'7", 5'8". And you do notice a small collection of daggers running along his chest, along his chest in a bandolier.
Yeah.
And then also across his waist.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Make yourself comfortable.
He
sits forward and he puts his foot against your chest and slowly begins to nudge you backwards.
I'm going to resist it just before the knives.
The
or
nails.
whatever,
The nails, yeah.
Yeah.
So make
just
opposed athletics check. Look at them getting all of these out early.
We both just rolled nat 20s.
Yes. What's your
Fuck.
athletics? What's your athletics?
Shit.
Because his is also shit.
It's only +1.
+2! Yay!
No!
More damage.
It's the battle of the
No more damage, but you are sat back on the chair and it's incredibly uncomfortable. But now that you're not being thrown against it, there's enough nails there to support your weight. But it's not comfortable.
It's like one of
Very
those nail
uncomfortable.
beds that you see those monks lay on.
Absolutely.
That's the first thought that came to my head was
Yeah.
just like, I don't want to put pressure on myself, so the moment I feel it, I'm going to resist, like whatever's pushing me onto it,
Yeah.
that sort of yeah.
And so he steps up, he pulls out 2 daggers, and he starts to run steel along them as he's just pacing back and forth. You're a long way from home, Eric.
A little bit. Actually, maybe a week's. About a week's travel, yeah.
Funny.
Unless you...
My lord. No, I don't mean the other place. I mean Tall Hall, fuckwit.
I mean,
Now here's the interesting thing. I want to tell a story to you, and I want you to answer exactly the holes in this said story. Okay. So, a gallant young duke wanders through his kingdom, and he's beloved by all. And he climbs up into the fucking mountains in the middle of buttfuck nowhere to attend a party. The problem with said party is that his largest competitor for the throne just so happens to show up.
hmm
Why did you kill Alexander if you knew for a fact you wouldn't get away with it?
why would I kill
Yeah, he then
Alexandra?
walks straight up to you and he's now sharpening the steel. He's running the steel along as well.
Blank face. Why would you think I'd kill Alexandra? I have no. I guess I have a minor beef, but it was.
You
it's
absolutely
acceptable.
do have motive. And you
Of
do
course.
have means.
I mean,
My
yeah,
men have been watching you for a long time, Eric.
yeah,
We know about your fancy little blades.
yeah, they exist.
And he turns around and walks away and like turns his back to you. So which foul god did you have to sell your soul to get those? I think they look quite nice.
I didn't sell my soul. Not that I know of.
So how'd you get them then? Sorcery.
Your guess is as good as mine. One day, they just.
One sec, guys, hold up. Allah?
What goes
Fucking-
we did?
I'm getting waterboarded soon.
Mm.
About to
Mhm.
get some waterboard.
Mhm.
What do you
I thought-
know? Answer me!
It's-
I thought about using thieves' tools and sneaking out of there. You know, my 2+8 abilities.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you can, you should for sure.
Well, I mean, if I roll anything like 10,
Or
10's
higher.
probably the lowest, I reckon, then I would probably be out,
Maybe.
I
Maybe.
guess.
You guys did have to
Depends.
roll super high to even like notice you guys were being watched. So I think the DCs
True,
must
so
have
we'll
been,
say
like, quite-
15.
I
quite
told them.
significant.
I just yeah, I know who these people are. I just don't recognize this guy.
It's all your fault in being dragged into this.
Yeah, it is actually.
Classic me six. Well, he wrote me into this. Well, he wrote me into this.
Look, we're here now. Let's just deal with it as it comes.
Yep, so sneaky stuff, and I need to figure out, do I get that charm thing?
So
Which one do I start with?
appar- I believe you're looking through a mirror as well, like a one-way mirror. So you can see me from your cell.
I thought it was just I could see through the bars.
I think I'm in the next room over, so I thought it was a mirror. We'll confirm when Boomer gets
Probably
back.
bars.
Probably bars. The funny thing is, I'm not really. They didn't tie me up, so I'm literally just sitting there, just like.
Why did you kill Alexander? Did I? I don't know.
I didn't.
I didn't.
Did you?
Did you?
I didn't.
Did you?
I wouldn't be able to make a
No?
ploy that easy. I looked at him and I was just like, I could drop you.
Sit
But I'm
down,
not
Bella.
going
It's
to.
okay.
This
Sit
isn't
down,
a day
Bella.
for
Good
death.
girl.
Eric's mind was, this isn't a day for death. I'm here for 2 days and I'm fucking off again. That was Eric's plan.
Best laid plans, my dude. Best
So,
laid plans.
sorry
You're
guys,
fine.
my neighbor, the one with where Rooney's currently at, got the coppers over and he's just getting statements. So they just wanted to get a quick update on dates and stuff. So, because for some reason I know more about when his ex buddy, his ex tenant moved out than he does.
Wow.
Yeah, bruh.
Because he hit my car.
Oh, was that the day that he moved out?
Yeah,
Oh.
he hit it with the moving truck.
That's
Big
right.
bro.
Didn't even tore the front end of my car off.
Man, this guy sounds like a real fun dude to have at parties. If you like
Oh man,
meth head
he's
fights.
He needs
Yeah,
something
great.
stuck up his ass, real deep.
Uh,
Anyway, yeah. So, what was the last thing we said?
Um,
um,
did I kill Alexandra? No, I did not. You have fancy blades. Who'd you sell your soul to? Fucked if I
No.
know. One day I had them. One day I didn't have them. The next I had.
Hmm.
you're gonna waterboard him, right?
And then the next question is Susan in a cell and looking at me through bars, or is she looking through a one-way mirror?
No, through cells.
Through cells. Okay.
What?
I was just saying, how could you
Oh,
see?
so they're in
Eric?
front.
So you've been taken into a side room. Actually, Susan, you would know where you are. You're in the
Ah,
dungeon. You're in the
nice.
dungeon. You've
Um,
seen these these torture devices before.
So, say I wanted to roll to get out of the cell.
Mm-hmm.
Would it
You
be at
weren't.
advantage or not?
You were stripped of your weapons. I don't think you would have been stripped of your entire accoutrement. I don't think you would have
Did they
been.
take my gold?
No, you would still have your gold on. You would still have your thieves' tools as well.
I want to break free.
Anyway,
I want to do something so stupid.
so he turned
Gonna
around
do
and he
something so
walked up
fucking
to you.
dumb.
I want to.
Fucking do it. Do it, Freya. Get
So,
started, baby.
You're trying to tell me that you didn't kill Alexander.
Yes, I did not kill Alexandra.
You will flick a dagger and it's going to land right between your legs on the chair.
Can I,
If you look very
devote-
very
Sorry.
carefully as he does this, you look down, you actually see there's multiple holes right there where he's done this multiple times before.
Are you trying to
Yeah.
tell me that it's about to do cognable torture on our brother?
CBT.
Cognable?
Oh no. Oh no.
It's like that scene in James Bond where Mads Mikkelsen's just like
With the-
rope whipping.
Oh, man, I jerk off those things so much. Continuing on.
Okay.
It's just because Mads Mikkelsen's really hot. That's the only
He's
reason.
great.
We don't
He's
like
very
Daniel
sexy.
Craig.
He's, and Daniel is random thing. Daniel Craig is now, I believe, a captain in the a royal an honorary captain in the British Royal I think Air Force,
That doesn't surprise me in the fucking slightest.
just purely because he was
Tristan,
007.
what are you doing with that shoe?
I'm killing a
It's
fucking
obviously a
genocide.
roach.
Jump on my face.
Genocide.
It's a roach. It's gonna
Eric.
stop flying.
It's not a roach. It was very tiny.
What were you
It's a
saying?
spider that's gonna stop flying.
Yikes.
Are we good?
Cognable.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. What were you saying?
Oh,
You
I
you
was-
started saying something. I cut you off.
Oh no, so when you were throwing the dagger, I want to be like instinctively just like open my legs wider and just shuffle my butt a little bit in and just watch it land there and just like go close legs slightly. Okay, I'm listening.
Hold up.
There's more than one person in this room, correct?
There is currently 4 people strewn about in the shadows, all with hoods over their face and balaclava of some kind or a handkerchief tied up over their mouth. The one man, however, standing out in the middle is on his own.
Do those particular hoods and face
Mhm.
scarf remind me of the actual killer of
No,
Alexandra?
they do not. Very slightly different. The one, so whereas with the one who killed Buddy, your father, he was it was a very well cut, like an actual tailored cloak.
Yeah.
These ones are very haphazard, and they're just kind of like more like a standard like hood kind of thing, like your more Peloan hoods, and it's just like a handkerchief or something covering their face.
Yeah, okay. So I just quickly glance around, just surround.
They aren't asking questions. I am.
Oh, that's fine. I'm just observing my surroundings.
Yes, well, observe my eyes.
They are very nice.
Don't flirt with me.
Okay.
You didn't kill him? Prove it.
From memory, I believe a particular plant was used in his assassination. And
Yeah.
I have no clue where that plant is even grown.
That's a very convincing case there, Eric. You know what? You've almost convinced me he's going to flick out a dagger again, and this time it's going to land just beside your neck.
Not moving, if I had have moved to dodge it and not take any damage, but if I stood there and I maybe grazed me, one
It
point damage
missed.
sort of thing.
It
Oh,
missed.
okay. Yeah, I'll just sit there looking at him. There's not much. Actually, you could speak to Justica Jezere and get the truth from him if you really want to ask somebody.
After you say the name, the term Justicar, he spits on the ground. So you're going to believe some Heartlander trash.
I have
He
not.
just steps forward, and he'll actually like climb up onto your chair. He's going to sit inverse on your lap, facing you.
Mhm.
He's going to put a dagger up. He's going to
Damn.
slowly caress the side of your face.
This is kind of getting sexual.
Yeah, anyone else lucky turned on by this? Just me? No?
No, that is
Okay.
just you. That is definitely just you.
Just
Oh,
you.
Does
Oh,
Eric
yeah,
get a little bit
calm
hard?
down.
No,
Yeah,
Eric does
a
not
little
get
bit
hard. Eric's
Yeah, he's great.
Little
Eric's got
tingle
two
in his
things on his
pants.
mind. Eric's got two things on his mind. The first thing is like, this is a blade against my face. When have I not seen this? And secondly, he's like, I could stab him in the nuts right now.
Or
Let's
his
see how
nuts
that
are so
goes.
close to me right now.
Anyway, he caresses the side of your face with a knife, and he just goes, "I always thought you would be too proud to go to a fucking Thronian."
Oh no, I'm not telling you to go to him like on my behalf to save me. It's more or less you want the truth. That's where one evidence is. You ask for evidence.
This
You
is
ask for it
fucking.
yourself.
This is getting tedious. Urg, get her. Jojo walks into the other room and pulls open the cage and drags Freya out by her hair. And I'll wait until she finishes talking before I continue.
Right, it's back.
Gucci? Beautiful. So you're dragged out by your hair into the main room.
Okay.
He climbs off you, Eric, and he turns around and goes towards her. He gets right down in her face. God, it would be so terrible if something were to happen.
You lay even one finger on that girl.
You'll do what?
You see,
I got you
don't
5 to
give
1.
two shits. I don't give two shits about my own fucking life.
Well then,
I'm telling you.
and then
fucking
he'll
truth, man.
turn around and he'll place the dagger right up against Freya's throat, and do it for her life. Did you kill Alexander? And if you didn't, prove it.
How do you wish me to prove this when I was nowhere near him when his throat was slit by
You're in the
assassin?
town. You're in the town. That's good enough for me.
Oh man, you must not get paid good enough to fucking look then, do you?
I don't get paid anything.
Oh, then that's a pretty shit job, now ain't it?
Comes with its own glory.
I did not kill Mr. Alexander Talios because I was there not for death. I was there to celebrate my sister's coronation to Mistress. I had no reason to draw my blades. I did not even bring... I brought one blade to that, actually. A rapier. Doesn't match the description of the size of the cut against his throat and how his neck was pulled back.
And this one does actually get him to stop a little bit. He then looks towards the weapons he's pulled off you. You do have daggers on your person, you did have daggers on your person, didn't you?
No, I didn't take them.
You had short swords?
Ceremonies. No, I only had a
No. I mean now.
Oh, now?
Yeah, now.
That's a good
Double
question.
check that for me.
Yeah, no, hang on. Where's my equipment?
No, you don't have. You never bought them. Because I was meant to buy them for you, but we never got to.
No, he wanted to buy
No.
additional daggers, I believe.
Oh. So you
I
would
wanted
have
more
some.
daggers. I had
Sweet.
4 daggers on my person. I
Mm.
had 4 daggers on my person and a short sword. and a rapier.
So
That's
he
what I
does,
had.
however, look over towards your stack of weapons in the corner. I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, but you see, I don't work with poison. It's not manly. Not.
No, but you work with magic, which is even more cowardly. My patience is wearing thin.
I don't have any particular magics that would benefit in this situation.
Freya does a 26 hit.
26.
Yeah, that would hit.
Thank fuck I rolled terribly there. Now I need to hope that these go terribly too.
That sounds like a lot of
That
dice.
sounds like a lot of dice, yeah.
Eric's got to do
Okay,
something.
I rolled 3 1s, but 2 5s. So,
Okay.
that's 13. 26 points of damage, Freya.
The moment the
As
blade,
he slides it in ever so gently, but starts to wiggle it that little bit.
the moment he turns around to do that, I immediately right on his 6 with one of those blades.
No, only 6. He's facing you.
Oh, he's
Did you
facing me?
say
I
26
stand
damage?
up. I stand up and I just walk.
You're going to be shot with 2 different crossbows.
Yep. And
One's a 16.
miss. Wait. My armor class went up. What was the roll again? 16?
16.
Yeah, that hits, sorry.
And one's a 20.
Yeah, that both
Dirty
hit.
20. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so that's a 13 and a 7, so 20 damage total, Tristan.
Okay.
First bolt kind of lands in your lower thigh area and kind of drops you to one knee ever so gently, quote unquote. And the third one hits you in the upper right shoulder.
Yep.
And kind of throws you back into the chair and pins you there, and let the nails dig in just a little bit too much.
Permission to resist both bolts knockback sort of thing to actually make it look like Eric has just stood up, taken them both, and still standing sort of thing. Can I get a roll for that one?
If you were higher level, I would, but that was also half of your HP in a single hit. Oh, sorry, in 2 hits, I should say.
So, won't give me that roll. That's fair.
No, I don't think I will.
I've told you
sorry.
what you wanted to know.
So what you would need, just to give you a heads up, Susan, what you would need to roll to escape the cell would be a thieves tool check, and then sneak out of the building would be a stealth check. However, you can't try anymore, sadly. And Tarista, I have nothing planned, but just feel free to wing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, moving on from there. He's kind of standing there. He's like, "I'm not finished with you yet. I need an answer."
I've told you the fucking answer.
Oh my fucking god! Can people leave me alone? Hi, Dad. How you doing, bud?
Bro, no one believed me, man.
I'm just gonna let it die down.
Just gonna go fucking neck my character off.
Isn't guilty until proven innocent just a great system?
Oh, it's great.
Not only did Holland and his co-stars to the early 19th century era and the New England locale in his work, but he also had the unique challenge for lining his act and speech patterns to Brendan Gleeson, who portrayed the elder version of his character. Shortly thereafter, Holland became the web-slinging superhero Spider-Man in America's Civil War. Captain? Big fan? Spider-Man? Yes. He worked with dialect coach Rick Liston to master Peter Parker's Midtown, which he brought to Spidey's next appearance in a standalone film. And apart from one day of shooting on Spider-Man Homecoming, and his coach wasn't up, and Holland went back to his British accent for a scene, it was his utter success. It is I, Thor, No, that's just... It's completely coming in handy for us, including his 2016 thriller Edge of Winter and his new drama Share, and he even used it in his voice roles in the animated film Spies in Disguise and onward. In fact, Colin's proficiency with American dialect is so strong, he occasionally turns it on without meaning it, and sometimes forgets to return to his natural English, even when he's appearing as himself. And never happened to more women. Okay. In addition to becoming an expert on both British and American accents, Colin has also shown some skills with an Irish accent as well. In the 2017 period film Pilgrimage, Holland appeared as a medieval monk who was part of a fraught mission to transport a holy relic to Rome amid the turmoil of the early 1200s. He also did lines in Gaelic, so trying for 6 weeks to get his accents just the film. Moreover, Holland revealed that working on location for the film in Belgium was a unique experience, as his own granny and other family members live in the town of Italy. So, in addition to being British, he has to in the Emerald. Tom Holland continues to prove his articulation skills with his stunning performance as Arthur in Antonio Campo's 2020 American Gothic drama The Devil All the Time. The film takes place in rural West Virginia in the 50s and 60s, and Harvin is a man who chooses his words carefully. Holland continued to work with his dialect coach to develop his character's voice, and Holland had a blast setting aside his chipper Peter Parker persona to find the lower register and more menacing tone of new character, honing in on all the little details. Tom Holland's command of his character's voice proved to be essential in several ways, but he especially stands out in the brief confrontation scene with Robert Pattinson's Reverend Preston Peabody. Is that how you did mine on Lord too? Though Arvin lets the preacher get his own words in too, Arvin says his piece style. And every syllable of his style is dripping with pain and the desire for fusion. It's just true. This game has come. Thanks for watching. Click the links in our video to watch more from Netflix films. This video is brought to you by Curiosity's Stream and Nebula. Hey man. Hey, how's it going? Did you get the outline I sent over yesterday that had the mythical creatures idea yet? Yeah. Actually, that's a great idea. I was thinking I could do a headline like 5 mythical creatures that kind of.
Sorry, guys. Everyone seems to want to be my friend today.
Aren't you so friendly?
Anyway, so we're in the situation. Freya is currently having the dagger pointed to her throat, slightly jammed in there, and Eric is pinned to the chair.
Yeah. And
Not, I wouldn't say you're like it's like a foot in, like pinning you to the chair actually, but you will need to pull.
Yeah.
To get off.
And I just screamed back at him. I already told him the fucking truth.
As this conversation continues, you do hear some very soft footsteps coming from your right. Hold up one sec.
Oh, Mr. Realistic, it's on your left, though.
Oh my god, guys, he's wearing pants today.
Look at that ass. Oh, look at that.
Go look at that ass.
That cake.
Go look at that ass.
Look at the position he's got as well. Like,
Out
it's
here,
just...
double cheeked up on a Friday afternoon.
Wait, let me just screenshot this real quick. Oh!
Oh, more light.
Oh, yeah.
Bro,
Look at that.
I hear
Look
you
at that.
fuckers.
Look at that
I hear
cake.
you fuckers.
Look at that cake.
Look at them cheeks be clapping.
Leave my cake out of this.
I'm putting that in general.
Oh,
Oh
please,
yeah.
no.
It's gonna be
Look at that cake.
Boomer's cheeks, mate.
Hold up, let me zoom in on that real quick.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that cake.
Bro, it's got a face and everything. God damn.
Jesus Christ.
It's got a fucking
Wait, hold
face.
on. Oh, does it? Everyone like click on the photo. Does that look like the puffer fish?
It's
Like,
because
like,
his
does it not?
his ass is dummy thick.
I know Trinus can see it. Trinus can definitely see the.
Why are you guys bullying me like this?
It's not
We're not bullying.
bullying.
We're appreciating your dummy thick. Ooh,
Replace
ass
Ruby's
cheeks.
ass.
Oh,
Okay, sure, they can admire. I'm just plain jealous.
yeah, you should be.
We admire that booty. I'm jealous.
Puffer fish ass.
So hey guys, quick check Discord.
Is it a puffer fish ass?
General?
What's good?
Nope. He replaced
He's
it.
changed
He
it.
replaced his micro.
Yeah,
Where?
thanks.
Wait, where?
In Box
Look,
Sorry.
Tristan's got it.
Oh.
Tristan's seen it. That's the important thing.
Girl, look at that booty. Girl, look at that booty.
Anyway, moving on. So, you hear footsteps coming from to your right. You continue on. I better get an answer that I want to fucking hear, or I'll litter this room with your blood and hers.
There's not much I can tell you besides saying I didn't fucking do it. I don't have the fucking tools to do what happened to Alexander. I don't have
Talk!
the fucking...
Everything kind of goes quiet as you look over in the corner and you see Anastasia standing there, all dressed up. He kind of stands up, like drops the daggers and bows.
Looks at the dagger that he dropped.
What did he
What's that?
Picks it up just like that.
I'm just really getting into the roleplay, okay?
Yeah, that's all good.
What are you doing? Investigating your brother's death, like you asked me to do. Does that mean killing my friends?
Does he have a friend?
I wasn't going to kill. I like all that they had to do was tell me what I wanted to hear, and I wouldn't have. And she cut him off. Gork, take your men and hide in the hills. That's the only reason you'll be breathing by nightfall. Yes, Duchess. And they turn around, they
She's so
walk back.
Cool. She's so cool. I love her so much.
She's gonna take him to pound.
She comes up
town.
towards you, Freya. She bends down and like presses a hand over the gaping wound on your neck. You see her close
It would
her
be a
eyes. And
giant
then
wound.
no, it's
because I have
it's a
2
pinhole.
HP.
It's a pinhole. It's just a
Then I'm
very deep
drowning in
pinhole.
blood.
Yes. She covers your hand, puts her hand over it, and certain people in this call will remember this class.
Wait, you took 26 damage, right?
Yeah, I have 28 HP.
Oh shit! 16,
26
20,
pinhole.
25.
Let me
I
get
almost back to full HP. Almost 25 hit points brought back to you.
Okay, so only -1 then.
Yes.
1
What?
damage.
Turns,
then.
turns back to you, Eric, and she says, "I'm terribly sorry. I have nothing else to give you."
I kind of figured.
She hates.
No,
She
I
hates
honestly-
men.
No, it's fine. Honestly, Eric kind of already
Eric's
knows
just like,
this.
I nearly got my balls cut off, but whatever. It's fine, I guess. It's fine.
It's
No,
It's
he's not even
fine.
moody about it. Eric is just like, I don't have anything left. It's just like, oh no.
We're just-
no,
we're
what
just
you
having a
did was
laugh.
much better anyways. What you did was.
All
much better
right,
for
I'll
Eric.
do something.
No, you don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it.
I don't need it. I
By
don't
the
need it.
power
It's
of
fine.
Arvid.
1
And,
plus 1.
It's like one.
Shouldn't even need to roll. It's
Fucking-
just plus 1.
She'll poke him right in the hole, like right in the sore, and be like, "Does that hurt? Does that hurt?"
Heal 18 HP as she casts a 5th level healing word at you.
18 was it?
It should have been
Yes.
+1 or 2.
13.
Yeah.
Wait, you must have rolled really low for that, right?
Healing word is default.
Oh,
Plus
okay.
8 is 18 plus is 31.
I'm
Okay.
so excited for the big reveal for her. It's coming.
Thank you. I appreciate
When
it.
you guys hit 5th level, that's when it's coming. I promise. It'll definitely be worth it.
I just
She's our sister
take off
from
the
another mister.
take off the tourniquet that I made for my thigh, and just roll it back up. Pull out the stuffing that I did to the wound on my shoulder, and just like
hmm
Did they leave our weapons?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
I grab my weapons and just put them back on. It's just like, thank you, Duchess, and I bow.
The Ricari are they act first and think never.
Quite all right.
Gork has his uses though.
Man like that, yeah, I can see him.
And I've also heard through the grapevine of your recent ascension, brother.
Isn't that just so fantastic to find out after I greeted you so horribly yesterday? I hope you.
And she
Forgive
sits there and she kind of rolls her eyes in the back of the head for a moment. And you see us like clench her eyes shut, head kind of twitches forward, and I'm the one who should apologize. I just had. Hold up, one sec. I'm just still filling out Gork shit. I had Agrid and the Miller bombarding me for hours. You just came at a bad time, and it doesn't excuse my personal reaction to you, and it's very unladylike of me. And she'll curtsy towards you, and I hope you can forgive me.
I can forgive. That's perfectly fine. We all have our moments where we've been pulled taut and we've just snapped in that split second, and it's understandable. I take no offense to it. Honestly,
Now,
you actually slapped some sense into me, if anything.
not to be involved in Highland politics, but the Ricari served your father. Gork was a member of his council.
Thought he sounded familiar, but I just couldn't put my finger on it.
He has a hideout just to the west of here. You should stop by there on the way through. Good luck finding it, but I'm sure he'll find it. He'll find you first.
Is there a reason you're sending me on this way?
You need his approval. Otherwise, you will not ascend to Donukane.
You know, Duchess, sometimes I feel like, well, actually, no. After being isolated for 12 years, I don't particularly feel like I have any authority of becoming Donu Kane. In fact, I honestly surprised Turiak passed it up. But this
As she'll step forward to you, and she gets right up in your face. You're a selfish prick. Do you know what happens if there is no Donukane?
land falls into chaos for
Yes.
Okay.
There's a few dozen men on this peninsula that think themselves good enough to be a Kane. There is a reason they all united under the Donukane. Your father spent his entire life maintaining peace on this peninsula, and you're going to throw that all away because you don't feel welcome here. Because you don't feel like this is your home anymore. Man up. How dare you walk into my hall and try to convince me to not do what I need to do when you're not even willing to do what you're willing to do. I'm sick of this shit. She turns back around, walks over to you, Freya. I think you and I could use some tea and crumpets.
I love her. Crumpets.
That would be nice.
She lifts you up
um,
and takes you into the room. You've never had crumpets before in your life, by the way.
Yep, it's food, so automatically
food.
it sounds good.
Mhm.
Crumpets.
Takes you upstairs, where you enjoy an afternoon together. And speaking of enjoying an afternoon together, enjoy your afternoon with Max's family.
Yeah, I gotta go now. Okay,
Bye.
Where can you get
just
these
chill.
crumpets?
Anyway,
It was so nice to see
See you,
you.
Sarah. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
What's with it?
Enjoy it. Okay. Bye bye.
Eric stands there for a moment.
As they kind of hit the stairwell leading up, you can use a peasant accent.
Nah, I
She
figured.
continues walking.
She's just
She's
roasting your
7.
ass.
It's not so
She's
much
just-
as roasting my
She
ass.
has
It's
you
more
on
or
a
less just
fucking
thinking.
campfire.
Okay. Yeah. No. Eric actually goes to that mountain cliffside and sits on the edge, and just
Okay.
sits there.
On your way out, though, a very young girl who's maybe 15, 16 steps out wearing very simple drab garb, and she, my cane, right this way, and she leads you up to a small cellar door, opens up to the outside of the keep, right next to where the giant park area is, where the hedge maze and shit is. And lets you go on your way. So you're gonna head up towards the cliffside there.
Yeah, I head up to that cliffside and sit by the obsidian plaque, and I stay there for a long
The
period of
obsidian
time.
plaque is no longer there.
I look for a moment and sit down where it was.
Yep.
Feet dangling off the edge.
Too easy. Thank you very much for that gift, you bitch. Liquor. Moving on. Brunier. Wake up around noon. Brunier! Brunier! He'll shake you awake. He'll roll you over onto your back and then begin to pour ale down the back of your mouth. You look thirsty. Come here, son. Embrace your father. It's been too long. And so as he kind of sits down and he looks around, you realize he's looking for somebody in particular. When he sees that nobody else is really around, he leans into you.
What is it?
Yeah, it's been too long.
It's been far too long.
Do you have any
Yeah,
idea
where
how
have you
much work I've done?
Where have you?
How hard I've
Where have you
toiled
been?
to make sure you didn't have to go anywhere. And you still chose to leave me.
I know. I couldn't leave Eric.
Yeah.
For you to
Well, Eric is a child. Eric has spent his time and wasted away with whores and drinks in foreign lands. You still have an opportunity to be great. Listen, son. I'm getting old. Far too old to fight. The Varangians need a new leader. I think it's time that you leave, Eric. You come here and you train with us.
You want me to be the leader?
Yes,
Scouts.
you were born to do it.
I don't know whether or not it is my destiny to.
It is
The
your
moment
destiny
For the moment being, though, I will go where the wind takes me. For the moment.
Dariak forged a fire in our bloodline.
I know.
We must serve. I will not let you be let myself be the last Varangian when you still breathe.
Mm. I will think about it. However, I would spend time with my family first.
Absolutely, son.
I haven't seen them in ages. In years. The exact same as you.
Mother and your sisters. Well, your younger sister. She's they've headed south. In these trying times, I trust Gragyard to take care of my loved one. He'll miss you too. He always asks about you. He's such a good leader.
Mm.
If you head over to Darkall, there's a fisher boat.
How do you spell it?
Does Darkall, so Darekhal, Darkall. If you head to Darkall, there's a fishing boat that goes back and forth between Arkall and Darkall. You should go visit your family sometime soon, especially while you're down this far south. I'm sure your mother will help convince you that this is the right thing to do. That you're needed here.
Maybe I will.
Another round!
Yeah, there we go!
I had another few guys come rolling in with a handful of mugs, and you also notice a few of the Varangians have also come by, and they're like having a very hearty lunch for you guys. Anyway, so when is the party going to reconvene? Sans Freya.
I mean, Yum was heading back to the tavern everyone went to let everyone know that she needs to speak to Garrett.
Yep.
So.
Turiak, you're just chilling out in the lodge, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're at the lodge. Brunyo's at the lodge.
I would eventually try to find the library, but
And Eric is just sitting. He's last seen up that way.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of seeing where I would put this. Where would he go? Fuck. Okay. Well, he actually had a deep thought about it.
So who are we missing on? Oh, we're just missing out on Eric, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'd be there by now. Like, I've been walking for ages, looking for everyone.
Eric?
He stays up there for the meantime.
Okay.
Like, there's a lot going on in his mind. He kind of is just... He's up there, legs dangling, and he's just thinking back on life and what's changed and everything like that. He's in deep thought. He's in deep thought. That's what he would do here.
So the rest of the family will come together in the Great Hall, or in one of the Great Halls, I should say.
There you guys are. Oh.
So good, keep going.
I got these 2 diamonds from last time. You know, from that half a dower thing, Turiak. That thing that we had to fight. You remember? That man. He had I think what was it? He only had like 2 diamonds on him.
Yeah,
And this
2
necklace.
diamonds. A necklace.
I kind of want to sell one of these diamonds so I can just give myself some nice armor. Are you guys okay with that? So, just some studded leather or something. Is that cool with everyone?
It's fine by me.
Do any of you need this diamond? Or
Not me. I'm good.
Hello, I'm back. Sorry. Dogs, man. They require
So
a lot
I-
more attention.
Mm-hmm.
so I was
They're
just
adorable.
saying. I was just saying how I'm going to sell one of the diamonds. If someone needs them, just like speak up. Otherwise, I'm gonna sell one just to upgrade my armor a bit.
I don't mind. Yum doesn't mind. She doesn't really deal a lot in money, so do whatever you need to do.
The
Alright,
diamond that's used for resurrection if you have the spell
I don't have the
Revivify
spell.
or something
I don't
of
have
that similar base.
Yeah, I'm only
There's
going
also
to
a
sell
handful of
one.
wizard spells as well, which also use it.
Oh yeah.
Wait, Revivify
like,
needs a 500 gold diamond though.
No,
I think
it's
it's
a low.
200.
Yeah, it's a
Isn't there
very low
500
spell.
one?
It's a low one for Revivify, but you can always stack
I know,
diamonds on
I'm-
top of diamonds.
I'm thinking of
300 gold pieces for Revivify.
No, I'm thinking of the necromancy one that like
Raised Dead.
permanently raised dead.
Raised
Yeah, I'm
Dead.
thinking of raised dead.
Yeah, I don't need it. So,
Okay. Well, on our way out, I'll just get myself some stud leather then.
All right.
Quiet morning, huh? You're also just gonna lie, like laugh.
You don't know about any of it, dude.
No,
Yeah,
I've
it's
just
not
been
bad.
walking around. I haven't seen anyone. I'm like, God, this is a quiet day.
Nothing's happened. Nothing going wrong. Everything's fine.
I am best investigator.
yeah.
Yep.
Shh. So, last night I got married. That was fun. Right, Eric?
Eric's not there.
Yeah, he's on.
No, he's not there at
Cliff
all.
Edge
Oh, he's
or
not there?
something.
Oh,
think
I
nope.
thought it came back. Yeah. So yeah. I should explain it to you guys. To deal with wait, I got it here. The after hour. I had to propose and further on marry. That happened last night. I had to marry the after hour. And the wedding band.
Yep, you still have the iron wedding band.
Do you not think you maybe should have spoken to one of us before you did that?
Are you married to like a demon or something?
Yeah.
No, just she's gone.
Does she visit you?
I mean,
How,
she
hold on a
hasn't-
minute. Hold on a minute. Are you trying to say that you married a half down? How does that even work?
I don't know.
well, it was the only way out before pretty much total annihilation for.
So that was the thing you said to her?
Yes, I proposed.
You proposed.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that mean for you with the rest of your life? Is she's still around or?
As far as I know, she is just gone.
Wait, how are you going to have like kids? Because you have to take you're like you're the Cain. How are we going to have an heir?
Not anymore.
Oh, you also like threw away your title? What's going on?
I'm just as confused as you, Yoss. What the?
What is going on?
The
He's
kinship.
no. You quiet. You got married to a half dower, and now you're
Yes.
no longer Kane.
Yes.
When did this happen?
Well, I got the news yesterday, and I got married last night.
Well, I suppose that the whole death do you part thing is irrelevant.
I mean, I guess
I'm sorry, Tediak, I shouldn't laugh.
I don't know what's going on, honestly.
Tediak, are you alright? You look like you need a decent
It's... I just... Mm,
Would you like a drink, maybe?
I'm just glad I'm done with the cane chip. It's been passed on to Eric. That fucking
Eric,
prick.
the man's a fool.
Finally.
He's
He's
an
going
idiot.
to get us
Yeah,
all
but-
killed.
How in the fuck is he supposed to run a country when he was banned from it for 12 years? Oh,
Well,
none of this
no
makes
longer
any
banned.
sense. Alright, well, look. I was told that I can use the Druid Circle portal to get back home, so I can need to get it. Because there's some stuff I want to find out
Mhm.
about what went on in the mist, because there was so
How is Garrett gonna solve this?
Well, I don't know. Maybe he's got some idea.
He
of
doesn't
how
have
we can
some
move this
potion to
forward.
fix airship.
No, not a potion, Yost. I mean more like he might have some idea on how to move this forward, because I don't know about you, but I don't know if Eric is capable of running Peloa.
Honestly, he doesn't want to. He wants to do his own thing.
That's what I mean. If his goals are his and his alone, how is he supposed to shoulder the hopes and dreams of an entire peninsula?
Can you can you remove this half dower from you being married or something? Is there a way to reverse fix this?
I think the only alternative is death, so...
So we're not doing that.
Wait, why did Eric get chosen anyway?
Well, he's firstborn.
Oh, I received a letter, and is...
Just because he's
crimes
back?
have been cleared. No. Like, with the death of Alexander, everything was cleared. He is now the right ruler. So,
No, it was with the death of Arvid. Arvid was the last person who signed off on his exile. So it was when his father died.
oh really? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because it was Alexander's father and it was Arvid who signed his exile.
So yeah, with the exile cut off, pretty much he's the right ruler. I wanted to speak that with you, Yum, since you pretty much rule
Whether
my
he's
character.
the born ruler doesn't really make him the right ruler.
Well, law says otherwise, and I'm fucking done with trying to be a Kane in a country that does not respect me. So there's that.
Yom's gonna
Plus,
reach over
I
and
wouldn't be a
like
good
clasp his shoulder.
Kane.
I respect you, Teriak. I know how hard you
I
work
wouldn't
to
be
try
a-
and make this work.
I wouldn't be a good Kane if, I'm not allowed to marry anyone else. So this was the best solution. You can berate me all you like, but I'm just done.
As much
I
as
want
the
to live my
sympathy
own life.
is nice or whatever, can we get to a solution? We need to figure out how we're going to fix this.
Honestly,
Fix
Yoss,
what?
I feel like
Fix
right
this.
now we have bigger things to worry about. At least we know the threat of instant death on Teriak is no longer hanging over his head.
This is true. Do you have any bonds with this new wife of yours?
I don't think so.
Just that
So can you marry again?
My only bond, I can't. marry.
Why not? If you don't even talk to her.
no,
It's
Yoss,
whatever
this
it is.
Yeah, a big part of that is that the one who gave her hand to me was to suck himself.
Yum's gonna be taking a drink and spit it. Do a spit take. You mean-
I'm just gonna look at the floor and be like, oh shit.
You mean to tell me that a god?
I am bound to suck. Yeah.
uh,
Oh,
God.
wait, what if you?
this was
what
supposed to
is
be
going
a
on?
straightforward trap. Oh my god. No, look,
Who would this?
Tediak, I have to say I feel responsible for this. So if we can
It's not
find a
your
way.
fault.
At the end of the day, we saved the child, right? We made justice for child.
She's safe. As far as I know. But yeah, so now I am sort of bound to the K-Knight of the Fallen. Good stuff. And yeah, there's no longer a threat of that particular half tower.
Well,
And
I guess now we know what to look out for, so we don't get. Hopefully, we won't find another one.
Yeah, don't catch any feelings for any other girls, yeah? You'll know.
Again,
so,
I shouldn't laugh. Tediak, I'm so sorry, but yours has a point.
I'll
Guess it's lucky
just
you're same
try
lady,
to-
eh?
I'll just try to live my own life. I'll step away from any big core decisions.
Well,
I'm just
don't step too far,
tired
Tediak, because
the
I
whole
still
thing.
need you.
Yeah,
I
I'll
can't
be
do
Yeah,
alright.
your
without
wife
that.
still needs you. I'm gonna chuckle.
Yes, I'm gonna punch him. Shut up!
but yeah. I'm not quite
Leave him
sure
alone.
what Eric has plans or not,
Well, I don't
but
know what he's really up to.
I'll just, if you don't mind, I have to do something, and I'll go off to try to find the library.
Find a library.
Yeah.
I think we've had this discussion before. There aren't a lot of libraries here, like in the entirety of Peloa.
Yeah,
There
but this
is-
is the biggest city in Peloa. Like, come on.
There is a private library in the Duchess's estate.
Ooh.
I mean,
could try and
I
find our way
am.
there.
I have the clustered scholar background benefit that lets me get free access to most of library work.
I think if it's a private collection, it'll be different though.
Mm.
Private
Well, hold on,
collections.
Tediak.
I did say you did just say public works, right?
No, private works.
No,
Private. Okay, yeah. Which I said, no, you're fine. Yeah.
no,
You
no,
can definitely
no.
get in that.
No, he just said
Libra-
most works.
I have free access to most of the libraries.
Like most libraries.
And okay, I have working knowledge of my cloister. Oh, I gain preferential treatment at other libraries, so I'm not sure if that counts as private.
It's a private library, so other than that, I'm not too sure.
Well, Tediak, I know the Duchess, when we walked through her rooms to head out to the pier, I saw she had lots of books in there. Do you want me to ask her if you can spend some time in her library?
Yeah, I appreciate that actually.
I know.
Thanks, Hume.
That's fine. It'll give you something to do with while I'm back home speaking with Garrett. Yos, what do you want to do?
Ah.
Do you want to come back with me? Or do you want to
Wait,
stay
where
here?
are you going? Sorry.
I'm taking a druid portal back home.
A druid's portal.
Yeah,
I've never.
I
I've
didn't
never
know I could
been
do
in
that
one of
either.
those.
I was talking to
When did-
Dunda, and
Dunda?
and he was like, "We
I
can
don't
take
really
these.
like him.
The druid circles are all connected," and I'm like, "What do you mean, Dunda?" And he said, "Well, I can go from every druid circle if I've been there before." They don't tell me anything. They gave me a very high-level job.
Aren't you the mistress of the hunt?
That's what
Shouldn't
I
you know
said. That's what I said.
this?
This. Come on, let's go find the Duchess, and I'll see if I can get her to let you into her library.
I'm kind of worried where Eric is. I haven't seen him all day.
He'll be fine. He's a grown man. He knows how to look after himself.
Are you sure? I mean, he's now the Kane.
He's been fine this whole time without us.
Shouldn't we have a bodyguard for him?
He's got Brunya. He'll be alright.
I haven't seen Brunya either.
Bronya's
Jeez.
right next to you.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
I
he
was about
is.
to say Brunya's with you
He's like-
guys.
He's like
Oh
Obi-Wan,
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
just-
yeah, yeah. You just got woken up.
Brunya's, like,
Oh hey,
floating up.
Brunya.
Ah,
How's it going?
shit.
Up for another drink?
Yes,
so,
please.
so your little
I'm low on gold. Could you?
right, never mind.
Sorry. Okay, let's go. Let's go back. I think it's a good idea.
Alright. We got to stop by the Duchess place first.
Yes. Okay. Wait. Before we go, can I just sell my diamond and get my studded leather armor? I'm sure you won't mind, right?
There'll be vendors on the way. Just make sure it doesn't take too long.
Yeah, it won't take that long. Okay. So we'll be off then.
He's not there. You're able to find somebody to buy the diamond off you, but they offered 20 gold pieces for it.
Only 20.
Yes.
Alright, I'm not gonna sell it then.
Not gonna sell it?
Nah.
Alright.
I'm like, what is this shit? Fuck, it's worth like 50 gold.
Exactly. It's worth 50 gold.
Oh,
I need to sell it
there you go.
somehow.
No,
Some
that's
people
okay,
around here,
it's
they don't
fine.
normally buy diamonds. Why on earth would people around here buy diamonds? They don't know. They have no use for it.
Because they're good.
Have you ever seen a Canadian who uses diamonds? What they
Shut
fuck?
up, you don't know anything you're talking about, you
Don't
idiot.
mimic my accent, you little prick. I will send you to the depths of hell.
That depths of hell. Yeah. Goodbye.
Investigator.
The investigator. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, I'll just walk away.
Investigator knows language.
So, we're just going straight onto the druid circle. Oh no, we're going to the Duchess's hall, right?
Yes.
Alrighty. So you're let through again. Usai's not there, sadly. Poor baby. And so you are led straight in. You enter the center hall, and I'll skip through this a little bit because I do actually want to move on in this session. You are granted the ability to stay there, and you're granted the ability to stay there and research.
I dropped Turiak off with Freya and the Duchess, and they leave.
Yep. Sounds good. Sounds about right. So, moving on from there, we're going to head back to Canal. No, sorry, Tall Hall. So, you head back towards the Druid Circle, and Dunda is no longer there, but you do, however, see Eric kind of digging around in the Druid Circle, trying to look like he's looking for someone. You also notice that the young orc is no longer there.
Because now upside down.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
What
with
kind
that,
of
sorry.
foul black magic?
Witch! Sorry.
Some sort of foul black magic.
No, listen here. You starting to make fun of everybody's favorite little druid now, are you?
Oh,
She's
Dunda.
taking a page out of my book.
Dunda's not there. Dunda's gone.
You hear the whisper of Dunda.
The whisper of Dunda that
The whisper
stays there. Don't copy my voice.
Don't-
Talk
don't
shit.
talk shit.
Talk shit, get hit.
Understand.
Talk shit, get grumped.
Get absolutely fucked on, idiot.
You fucked on, get crumped. So, you're at the Druid Circle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who's there currently? Is it
No
just
one.
Eric?
Just Eric.
Just Eric. Oh, Eric. There you are.
Oh. Hey guys.
Hello. We left Turiak back at the Duchess. He's in the library.
Mm-hmm.
But Yost and I are going to go back to Torf Hall.
Oh,
Just
There-
quickly, just for day trip, we should be back by tonight.
cool if I tag along.
Yeah,
I
come.
mean,
Sure.
yeah, sure. I think so. I don't. When I saw Dundar here earlier, he said something about using the druid circles to move between places, and I don't know how that works. I don't know if I'm the only one who's allowed to use it, or if I can bring people with me. I don't.
Nothing wrong with.
Wait, you don't know what's going to happen,
What?
and you're just going to take me.
Look, I have to trust my druids. All right, I have to.
You-
It's my job.
Okay, but there you will get taken because you're also a druid.
I mean, worst case scenario,
I lose a
go-
leg. No, thank you.
No, worst case scenario is I go and you guys stay, which means you will have to find ways to entertain yourself throughout the day.
Okay, it's better be safe.
Yeah, well. Also, Eric, did you happen to see what happened to the orc who was lying down over there? I was going to see if, didn't see him?
No, actually, as soon as I arrived, there was no one here. It was just
Oh, that's good. That means his fever's
everyone's
broken.
gone.
That's good. That's a relief. Alright. You want to come along?
Yeah,
Let's give this
yeah.
a go. Alright, I'm going to walk up to the druid circle.
You're in the druid circle right now.
How does this teleportation thing work? Yum doesn't really know, does she?
I mean, you've experienced it once.
Just
Foreshadow.
happens.
Foreshadow. Think of the
Alex-
play.
Yeah, okay.
Think
Now-
of the play.
You both have been inside the druid circle at home, right?
It began 12
yeah,
years
like
ago,
once.
sure.
It hasn't
It
changed much
wasn't
in 12
really my
years.
place. It wasn't that interesting.
But you can just try and remember it. Hold a picture of it in your mind.
Okay.
And
What
then
if I
use-
go back to 12 years ago, Druid Circle?
Well,
Is that
that's
how this
about the
shit
same.
works?
It's about the same
still,
time.
It's still the same place.
Still about the same time. I'm thinking. I haven't been there in ages.
Hmm
Yeah, but not as long as I haven't. But all right, let's give it a go.
I have no reason to go there.
You still brush past it, I'd assume.
Yeah, but I don't go
Alright, go
inside.
on.
Yep.
Do you remember how to use it?
Diagonally.
Diagonally.
I don't know if
And
I
then
remember how to use it.
Because remember, you and Dundar went to bloody. You guys just happened to stop off near Oakart in the north.
Hmm
Harry Potter.
Do you want me to roll something to see if I remember how to use it?
Now I want to see if you remember.
This is why you should write notes.
Harry
It's a
Potter.
very specific feeling.
Something to do with mushrooms?
No,
Was there a
no,
circle?
no. From memory, it was like being poured into a cup.
No, but you had to do something to get
Do
that
we need
feeling.
a cup? Drink something.
Oh,
Put a bag over your head?
Spin
I'm sorry,
3
Bim,
times.
I really can't remember. I'm trying to look through my notes now, and I don't.
History check.
How many sessions ago? How many sessions ago was this?
Oh, this
Quite a
would've
while.
been
What do we
Yeah,
have?
this
Why
was a
not?
while.
Yeah, well, it was the second session in.
I think he made you eat something and then he put his. Or is that different?
So it involved finding a certain place in the Druid Grove. Do you remember that?
Oh, the corner thing where one of the plants is. Then you eat it and you go.
No, you were up in the
No.
corner.
No. It was a corner.
I did say mushroom circle.
No, it's not a mushroom circle.
No, there's a herb or something that you have to like prepare.
No, that's why they went. That's why they went to.
Oh,
Oakart.
that
That's
was the
why we went
poison. That was
there.
the poison. Sorry, that was the poison.
Yep.
It was like the corner of the circle.
Yeah.
Fuck, I can't remember.
Go to the corner of the
do some
circle.
squats.
Say you go to the corner.
Yeah, I'll go to the corner of the circle.
You can't see a corner of the circle. Make a real quick perception check for me, though, real quick.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on.
Is there instructions on how to get there?
No, she's on the right path.
No,
She's
I'm
definitely on the right
I'm
path.
so sorry. I'm having such a hard fucking
That's
time.
fine, it's
remembering.
fine. That's
Literally,
alright.
none of us
Um,
can remember. It's fine.
So that's
Oh,
a
it's not my character to remember.
Oh yeah. That's where I made that
perception
joke.
check.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to roll in your check because I don't have my dice on me.
Ah, yeah, it's all good.
I've just typed roll d20 and it won't let me.
It's exclamation mark.
Yeah, exclamation
Roll.
mark.
Oh, exclamation mark. Okay.
And also, you're in the Fallen Realms. Come in and fuck the throne.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mixing up campaigns there, look.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay, so that's a
Whatcha?
14
Plus your perception.
plus my perception, which is a +4, so an 18.
Oh, you rolled spot on it. Everybody else looking around, it's a druid circle. It's a circle for a reason. However, you just kind of keep looking around, and you look over your shoulder, and you do notice a large, dark, cavernous hallway towards the back of the room, which definitely wasn't there about 5 seconds ago.
That's the corner of the circle.
It's the corner that you don't look at.
Yeah. Oh, I found it.
Well-
Guys, hold my hands. Hold my hands.
I never noticed that corner. Okay.
All right, let's go.
No, you still can't see the corner. She looks like she's about to run into the fucking side of the
Yep.
circle.
Oh,
Okay, guys.
there's a
hold-
wall!
shut-
Watch out!
Just be quiet. Hold my hands. Think of home. Think of the druid circle at home.
Home.
Close your
home,
eyes. Think really hard.
Home.
Let's go. And she's gonna pull them both through the hallway.
Okay, all right. So,
Brunier's like no
Who-
hands. Like who the hell do I hold?
which of you guys are
Brainiac!
familiar with the idea of teleporting?
Eric is familiar with
Huh?
the idea of teleporting.
Are
I'm
we all familiar with
extremely
it?
unfamiliar.
I meant players.
No, I mean no, but
Oh.
we all teleported to Dane's Hall, didn't
Yep.
we?
Yeah, you did. What happens whenever you roll and you don't know exactly what you're doing?
You're gonna teleport
Sorry,
to a
whatever, we
random
try to
area
teleport.
that isn't
Dice
near.
roll
Now,
happens to see where we land.
the closest.
Now there is a special rule when it comes to these circles. You might just be able to skip a whole metric fuck ton of like opening like what's the word? When the story
sequences.
Port keys.
no, not sequences. No. So like
Dimension
no. It's a story thing.
Chapter?
When someone starts like espousing like background back history of the
Oh,
like history of the
monologuing.
fucking world. No, it's something like that.
Well,
You just give a whole section of like set up to this if I roll terribly. Under 40. I rolled a 45, and so it's not exactly perfect. So I'll mend the 2. You guys find yourself in a long hallway. And there are 2 sconces on either side of the hallway, and a doorway on your left.
Do we recognize this building?
No.
Me and Eric are like looking like where the
Yum, is this normal?
I did warn you, Eric. I haven't done this before.
Does this building look shady?
Brunier's
At
like,
all?
Very dark.
Everybody.
Very, very dark.
Let's
So
turn
are
on the
are
lights.
Are the
Bit dark.
sconces lit, or are they?
Yes,
Oh,
they
they're-
are
they're
lit,
lit.
but they seem to be glowing very softly in a greenish blue haze.
Maybe we should just walk out. Yeah. Or
I grab
do
one of my
we-
daggers. I kind of.
Real quick. Yost, as you turn around to walk back, there is just the hallway ends, and there is just black. And you can like reach your hand out, and you can reach past where you came in, and it's just black.
I start.
Maybe don't
Scraping.
touch that, Jost.
Why are you scraping? This could be someone's house.
Can you let me finish? I'm going to scrape the walls to see what it's made out of.
You're
So-
destroying someone's house, you idiot.
I will stab your tongue.
I will. Beat
You will
your
not say
fuck.
another word.
I
You
will
will
eat
no
your
longer say a
fuck.
word.
No, beat your fuck. I will beat
No,
your
I will
fuck.
eat your fuck. I swear to God.
So what is the wall made out of? After it's so it's made of so I'm hearing a stone on metal sound. Okay.
Oh
immediately
my
put
God,
it away.
Eric, what do you expect? It's a house.
I mean, to be fair, what do you expect? You just saw like black void behind you.
Yeah. Tuffy, go check that out. You have night vision. I can't see jack shit.
She turns around, looks at you, and just goes, "Ooh."
Like fuck
Duffy,
no.
just do
I
it.
think the fuck not. You trick ass bitch.
Tuffy, you can fly. What if there's nothing below? Come on.
And then you see her wings kind of get folded behind her back. Whew.
Oh no, her wings are broken.
sometimes I think-
everybody, oh my god, please be quiet.
You know,
we don't know where we are.
sometimes I just think you're a token. Maybe I should rename you Token. I'm just kidding, Tuffy. I love you. Anyway,
Alright.
let's just
You guys hear
leave.
footsteps coming.
Oh god.
Shit. Which
If-
direction do we hear the footsteps
Listen,
coming from?
no,
Behind you, where
Behind
you
us,
guys
where
came
the black
from.
void is?
Yeah.
Fuck, go. And Yum's gonna push the door open
Let's
and like
just
start
leave.
ushering people through. Go.
Let's just leave.
Oh, fuck. Okay. So you open the door.
Uh-huh.
There was a hallway. The doorway was on the left, like
Uh-huh.
in the hallway, and the hallway kept going. And you went into the doorway.
Just wanted to leave.
Oh fuck! So I need to get my notes up. So
I just wanted to leave.
fuck.
We're in the middle of like a cane competition.
You see a large table.
Oh fuck, royalty.
No. It's worse than royalty.
I
You
know
see a
this.
very
This is
large
a-
table, and on the table is a very fine laid out purple silk cloth, and around it sits 1, 2,
Two.
3,
Oh no.
4, 5, 6,
Alright,
7
shit.
individual. No, sorry, 6 people. 6 people. All right. So go through. At the very head of the table, you see a tall, very, very tall, pushing 12 feet tall, slender build,
Whoa.
old man, hunched over, long, stringy beard that's white and wispy hanging down, and hair that's really matted and kind of just covering his face, wearing a really, really nice robe. And head down and doesn't react to you entering. To his left, you see another large, but not quite as big. He's maybe pushing close to about 7 foot tall. Broad chest, long red hair that comes back in a tightly knotted, tightly knotted mohawk. Comes down and kind of like joins up with his beard again around the back of it. The beard kind of rolls down past his chest, and with lots of plaits and beards in it. Guy is an orc. Okay, so that's him. I'm trying not to say names out loud. So
Should we take bets on where we
next
think we are?
next
worry.
around the table
I'll find out who they are.
seems
I'm
to
just
be a
scared.
very, very finely and elegantly dressed elf. With blonde hair, which is braided down to the side and kind of comes down. It's very ornate, very ornate braiding, and she seems to be very, very pale for an elf. So, further around, you see what appears to be a normal human. She seems to be pale to the point of almost being green. She's got long, spindly fingers. And she seems to be sitting back in the chair. One of the only other people that aren't reacting aggressively to your appearance. Moving on. You see what appears to be another elf wearing a white robe. His hair's nicely tucked behind a big fancy hat. He's got little bits of gold hanging off, like little gold beads and everything hanging down. He's also got a some kind of a symbol that's been sewn into the front of his chest. So I've done him. He's not there. He's not there. He is there. She is there. And that means just so that's 5, correct?
Yep.
So the 6th one seems to be a young man. Brown, greasy hair, like very young, 24, 25-ish. Greasy hair. And his eyes seem to shift from different colors. Goes from a blue to a green to a to like a yellow to like a hazel, and like just kind of rolls through it constantly. He seems to be wearing some very finely made, fine but drab, noble clothes. He's also wearing a chaperon, which is a Middle European headdress, pretty much.
Okay, so who isn't acting aggressively towards us?
So no one's acting aggressively towards you. The old man and the pale green sickly lady
I just not
don't
reacting
react
like my
at
dad.
all. The elf, the guy wearing white and gold, the large man with the red hair, or the orange hair, I should say, and the young man with the ever changing eyes, they all react and they all kind of stop for a moment.
Yum
That's only
just stands
6
in front of
people.
them, puts her arms out in front
That's
of
the
everyone
six.
else.
That's the six. Yeah.
Okay, I thought you said 7. My bad.
I'm
No,
just,
yeah, it was 7, and then one of them wasn't there. I remembered one of them isn't there.
Bring
And everyone kind of stops for a moment.
Sorry,
Then the guy with the orange hair
the orc.
lifts up the orc lifts up a very large rod
Wait. Sorry.
and flicks it at you guys. And I need everybody to please roll.
initiative.
Um,
No, I'm
No.
kidding.
no, not. If you guys roll initiative, you guys lose.
Yeah.
Bring your switch on a
I'm telling you right now. So, can I please have everybody roll wisdom saving throws?
The hold person spell.
Beautiful. Someone's on point.
I rolled really well.
I rolled alright.
Then you
21.
need to roll very
Oh.
fucking well.
Okay, I rolled decent. What's my hold on, my status?
So wisdom saving throw.
I rolled a 19 plus 2.
Yum
Okay,
gets
so
21.
the both of you succeed.
I rolled.
I got a
an
dirty
18.
20.
I rolled an 18. It ain't bad.
All of you save.
Thank fuck.
Brunier literally rolled the save DC.
Oh my.
Wait, what did he roll again?
I rolled
18.
I rolled a 17 on +1, so I'm happy.
Wow. That's
You're
lucky.
such a lucky freak.
Love me more.
You guys kind of get like a wave of lethargy. You kind of roll over you and you kind of get dragged down that little bit before you kind of shake it off and you look back and now you see everybody's reaching for wands of some kind.
I
One
gonna put my
back
exactly
hands
out
up
the
and be
right.
like, listen. We made a bad
So
teleport.
hold up. Eric is running.
No, I said I back out the doorway.
You're backing out of the doorway.
Yeah.
Brunier's still trying to fit in the doorway, so now he backs
Yeah,
out.
Brunier's probably not in the doorway
Yeah,
yet.
yeah, as soon as Eric backs out the doorway, he backs off as well. He's like, what's going on?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to
Don't
interrupt.
know.
Sorry. We don't know where we are. What
Silence.
And the moment I see that silence spell get popped up, I'm like, grab Yum's back of the collar and I drag her out, and I start booking it down the opposite way that we came from.
So you just push it.
Oh, opposite way away from where you came from.
So we came
Okay.
from the black void. I'm running towards the other direction.
Okay, from the black void, you see 3 people pop out. This one guy has got short cropped black hair and a thin chin strap beard. Which kind of comes down to a soft little wispy kind of soul patch. He is wearing exquisite black with gold trim and gold metal kind of filaments around it. And the 2 people behind him are wearing a very similar uniform, but without the gold. They instead have silver. He begins to, you see him call out something, but he's currently standing in the silent spell.
Yeah. Good. Run. I start booking it.
I believe the last person standing there is Yost. So you've just seen your family run off.
I'm just gonna like tiptoe backwards, really slowly.
Make a dexterity check for me, please.
Oh, my dexterity is good. Okay.
Doesn't
I
matter
hope
if you roll
so.
That one. Thank you.
23.
Okay, so you pass. This one coming from the small elf there. As a large shine of white
leave.
lightning flies straight past you and landing burying itself on the wall. But, however, does... Oh, I forgot how much damage this spell does.
Oh, God.
Might be saying goodbye to our friend Yost tonight.
You might be.
It's not...
One.
I didn't even want to be there in the first place.
Then why did you tiptoe out?
Oh, we were
Three.
we weren't even... we were just meant to leave.
4,
Yeah, we legged it.
5,
Oh god.
6,
Oh no.
7,
Oh,
8.
8 dice. Okay, bye guys.
8d6. It's a lightning
8d8.
bolt. 8d8. No, it's not
Bye,
lightning
so-
bolt.
guys.
No, yeah, no, hold up. No, you're right. It is 8d6. My bad. 8d6.
Oh, so it was a lightning
It
bolt.
is a lightning bolt, yeah.
Holy shit! Eric's like on point. He's like, "That's a hold person spell." Starts backing out. Sees a silent spell. Yeah, I'm getting the fuck out.
I need another 2d6. There's another one. There's another one. Beautiful.
You can imagine like Liquor's the hell like bloody what's his name? Jum's silence and then Eric's still trying to back out. Big shoving Brunya out the door. Get the fuck out!
Back to the doors again. God damn it.
Yeah.
Thank fuck you rolled a save because that was almost a one shot. Take 11 points of damage.
Alright.
If it wasn't a save, well, how much damage would it?
22.
It would be 23.
Ah,
Oh, I would have been on 6 hit points. Okay, I'm on 18.
Alright. So,
And I'm gapping
what are
it
you
now.
doing now?
Fucking gapping.
Are you gapping it?
Shitting a brick
Alright.
and leaving.
you have now left your evidence at the crime scene.
Shitting a brick.
So you're hauling ass down the hallway. There is a T intersection there at the hallway.
Since I'm one of the first people to reach there first, I look both ways. What do I see both ways?
Void both ways.
I turn back to Yum and I'm just like, fuck's sake, gut feeling, left. And
Yeah,
I
left?
butt left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yum's gonna.
Do I
book it
see
up-
them go
Yum's,
left?
Yum's booking it after Eric.
I do have a chart here which tells you the random places you could go.
Did we end up in the fucking Vulcan
We-
Cabal?
In a different dimension.
You
A pocket
guys
plane,
go
possibly.
to.
Other than-
Oh well, I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
Back
You guys
right where
end
we
up
started.
at the no. You guys end up at the fucking at the Druid Circle near Kieki.
Oh
I
my
will throw up a
god!
map.
Wow! Hold up,
I'll
did I
pull up
just
a map
save
for
our
you.
asses?
I think you might
It's
have done, man.
Did my gut feeling save our asses?
No. Do you want to know how impressed I am? That's Kieki. Hold on, let me
Wait,
pull this
hang on,
up
where's
here.
your...
Yeah,
Yeah, where's your,
fuck, what? Oh, it just crashed on me.
So far north. Jesus. You're like the same distance Kane Hall is from our home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon
okay.
as we reach there, I'm just gonna walk out in the bright sun and just be like,
No, so this is why I'm so impressed. Kieki is here.
Mhm,
yep,
Yep.
Tall Hall is here.
mhm.
yep.
Oh, that's so far away.
That's
That's pretty close.
Remember, this is how large the map is. You could have landed anywhere.
Oh,
Oh wow, so technically speaking, we did alright.
that'd be good.
Yes.
What was the... Oh, no, never mind. I'm not gonna ask that question because that will be for a later day.
What?
I was gonna ask what was the other way, but that's just like...
Oh, I was
No,
just
dice
gonna roll
roll.
again. I was just gonna roll again.
Oh,
They're
okay.
both dice rolls, it doesn't matter.
130 miles. That's 3 days travel.
Oh, you gotta shrink that. Oh, that's where the Druid Circle is.
Yeah. Oh no, that's Kieki. Hold up, let me clear that.
How long will
So-
that take in a day?
100 miles. That's about. If you're moving at a quick pace, you're looking at about 3 days, 3.5 days. Or you can go through the Druid
Druid
Circle
Circle
again.
again. I look at Yum. Anyone know where we were?
Yum's still silenced, I presume.
No, silence is an AoE.
No, silence is an AOE thing.
Brynja's still thinking about that door. It's too short.
Am I still running or what?
No, you
Yeah.
followed everybody else out. You're
Oh,
fine.
okay. Okay, great.
He's like
Thank
continuing
God.
running forward, like through the.
Thank- I'm just gonna keep running. I'm just gonna keep running.
I'm just gonna think for a moment and think back on where that could have possibly been. And do I recognize any of the embroidery, the color schemes, the symbols, anything that I might have looked over? While I
Make a
Internet?
quick history check for me. That disadvantage.
disadvantage boy. I was a disadvantage and I was a rolling. History. I didn't roll 2 nat 20s, but I rolled 2 14s.
Nice.
So
That's a history or religion?
you said history.
Change it to religion real quick.
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Why? Why would you do this to me?
Because it's a religion check, not a history check.
Can't I use history? It could be
Nope,
something. there.
religion.
16.
Okay, as long as it's above 15, that will not be a debate. So the guy wearing the white and the symbol on his chest, he is a member of. Hold up, where are my notes? One sec.
That's alright. I'm writing this up as you're looking. White symbol on chest. I'm just very pleased I rolled 2 14s on a disadvantage roll. Could have been much worse.
Elviri. He is one of the Elviri.
L E L
A-E-L
Oh,
V-I-R-I.
A-E-L A-E-L again, sorry.
A-E-L-V-I-R-I.
V-I-R-I. Okay, yep.
So, they are a small council of elven shamans. That pretty much so you know how Liquor is the shaman is the Pope of Violence?
Yep.
They are the popes of the saint, pretty much.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
However, you do realize that he alone seemed to be wearing that symbol. So you don't think that was the Elviri, especially since there was only one other elf on the table.
Yeah, no, I immediately would have connected that dot. It would be like,
Mhm.
that's meant to be a group of elves. That's not a group of elves. Okay.
It's an old man, 12 foot tall.
The 12-foot tall man did not have any symbols on him.
No.
7-foot tall man did not have any symbols on him. The orc.
Nope.
The elegant blonde elf with
Mhm.
fancy colorings.
Yep.
Don't think she had too much symbolage.
He didn't
on
have
her.
any symbols on it at all.
Colorful Eye Man.
Elf with the white and gold robe.
Yep. Member of
With
the
the symbol.
Elviri.
Yeah, that's it. That's that one. And then young man with greasy hair, eyes shift colors.
Mhm.
And then the fine noble clothes chaperone. He had fine noble clothes and he was a chaperone or something.
Yeah, with a if you guys want to see what a chaperone looks like, I'll happily post a picture.
Yep, that'd be great. And then the short black hair with the thin beard, black and gold uniform, followed by 2 in black and silver.
Yep. They had no symbols on them.
The color scheme didn't ring any bells.
No.
Okay.
Oh, sweet! I got a picture of Vernon Roach.
Okay.
There you go, beautiful.
Oh right, yeah, okay. Okay. So it's just an actual member of the Aviri, and that's gonna be like, okay. Okay. Did any of you recognize that? Any of them?
No.
Can I
Where
do a
are we?
religion check to see if I recognize it?
Recognize what?
The thing that Eric's mentioning.
No, because you wouldn't have experienced a lot of the saints.
I didn't see it, so.
Yeah, Bruni didn't get to see it, but
I
that's
get to
alright.
see it past the fucking door.
That's really weird.
So we don't know where we are at all.
We
So no,
haven't.
technically, you guys would have no idea where you are, but your players know that you're near Kieki and
Right.
near a certain ruined Bailey.
Okay, maybe we ask around, see where we are, yeah?
We're in a druid circle, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
There's no druids around.
We can still just ask a local, see where we are.
Hold on, there's bound to be a druids around somewhere.
I'll talk to some of the guards. I know where they are.
Don't do that.
Hang on, can you, Yoss, can you please look at that Bailey? What's it look like to you?
The what?
The Bailey.
Do you want me to roll for it? Can I look at it?
You're
Yeah.
looking at
No,
it.
so the Bailey is looking about maybe 20 or so miles away. To you guys, it looks like a collection of small stones out in the it's about 20 miles away. So it just looks like a collection of tiny little rocks.
Oh well, I'm pointing out that it's a destroyed building, not an actual
Yeah.
building.
It's a
Essentially.
collection of small buildings that have been destroyed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm pointing at. It's just like it's
not too-
destroyed.
Yeah.
I don't think there's gonna be any guards around.
No, like cause we're in, what's it called? Oh, we're in the middle. I thought we were at the village.
No,
Oh,
we're not
okay,
at
okay,
Kieki.
okay.
We're in the middle between Kieki and the ruined.
Oh, I thought we were actually at
No.
Keiki. Okay.
I believe that's
You
what's
all
the
caused quite a stir.
There is a druid. I look at him for I look at the voice who said it.
Wearing
so there
black,
is a druid.
golden lapels,
Oh,
golden
that's
bars.
not a druid.
No, that is not.
I am so sorry. I'm Yum. I'm Mistress of the Hunt back in Tulhall. I was using a druid circle for
I
the
know who
first
you
time,
are,
and
Yum.
I'm so sorry.
Suddenly you do notice a little bit of the color to either side of him begins to shift that little bit, and you see that slowly two people wearing similar black uniforms but in silver appear.
I'm going to space out away from a collective. Like I'm gonna just space out a little bit. Like I'm gonna move away just slightly, but about 5 feet. So it's not like obviously defensive posture, but it's like posture that's ready just in case of something if it does happen.
Yes. So do you know whereabouts we are? We're a bit lost. You think you could help us out?
You're in the northern. It appears you're in the northern druid circle down in Peloa.
Oh well, that's not too bad. And then I'll look at Yum, and I'll be like, see, it's not too bad.
Where are you heading?
She's sweating.
Oh, we're heading to Talho.
He turns around and back into the. It's a druid circle. Reaches back and he runs his fingers down the wall. Go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're very kind.
What's your name?
My name is Gio.
Thank you, Jewel. And she's gonna clap her hands together about I shall repay you somehow. Thank you.
I'll be watching.
How do I spell his name?
Jeor. Gio.
Jeor. I'm just like, as everyone's walking in, I'm just gonna like just spin around, just look at him as I back into the portal.
I want to be the last one to go in the portal, by the way.
That's fine. You can be the last one.
Yes.
I've just got my eye on him.
And he gives a little wave as you walk past.
Me?
Yeah.
Do I see anything?
He,
in his hand
he
as he's
sees
waving?
you staring right at him and he's just never breaks eye contact, just goes a little.
Then I'm just. just as yeah, the fadeaway wave.
Brendan just looks at the portal. It's not a fucking door again. He just
Yes.
finally like walks in, like ducked his
You
head.
are correct.
No.
Okay. As I go in, I'm gonna be like, I don't really have much to pay you for your help, but I did trade this one time this very nice goat, and I traded it for like this good.
And he will a wall of force. You straight back into the wall.
No, he basically just
Before I go,
Alejandro.
I throw out a face covering his head like to pay him.
Oh my god.
No,
A what?
I don't think I understand wall of force, my friend. Everything goes
I'm
with
just
it.
gonna go
So-
pee and I'll be right back.
Oh, he sees it flying.
So everybody else kind of walks out of the druid circle, then you just see Yost come flying out at like Mach 10 speed, bounce off the wall, and lands on the ground.
Oh, I just see him tumble. It's just. You have a
As I
nice trip.
sit up, I'm gonna be like, "You're welcome."
Did you have a nice trip?
Did you have a nice trip?
He lands like upside down on a wall. He's like,
I mean, yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Brynja just looks at him like, yeah, he knows what he's done. He just ignores him.
Around you do see Garrett.
Oh,
Or just wait till
Licker gets
Licker
back.
back. Yeah.
Good old Garrett. You Garrett Teed. Huh.
There she is. Right on time.
God, these fucking dining seats that I'm sitting on instead of my computer chair, they're hurting my butt.
Yeah.
Alright.
Tends to happen.
I'll be able to listen, and if I need to make a comment, you'll hear me, but I'll be right back.
Yost came flying from the portal, and we just met Garrett.
Yeah, so Garrett's there.
Oh, get it, good. I have a bone to pick with you, my friend.
Mystery? I didn't do it.
No, that's exactly the problem. So I've just dragged my family through 2 separate portals trying to use a druid circle.
Oh. Oh no.
Yeah. I would appreciate a correct lesson on how to use these next time so that doesn't happen.
I am so sorry, mistress. You weren't supposed to do that like that. Who showed you how to do that?
No one. I just guessed.
Come in.
You said 2 portals?
Yes. The second
Where
one we
did
had a
you
little bit of
go?
help with, but
Where'd you go the first time?
don't know. Some dark corridor, and there was a meeting room full of people I didn't recognize.
Fuck.
You should get it. You and I should take a walk.
I need to hide. And he
Hi.
starts to walk out, and yeah, you see him panicking.
I've
I'll-
never
I'll
seen
run after
Garrett
him.
like this.
He's just kind of mumbling to himself, and you hear him multiple times mentioning like, "I need to run away. I need to.
No. Get it. What you need to do is slow down and explain to me what happened. Because if you
He's
don't
like
tell me,
fast
it's
walking.
liable to happen again, and you and I, neither of us want that.
You mistress, you remember how how I said that I need to introduce you to the Vulcan Cabal?
I vaguely remember
The
it. I think-
moment Eric
Oh, no,
Eric
we've
hears that, it's
left.
just like,
We've left. We're outside.
Yeah,
the
they
druid
left,
circle
they
already.
walked out.
who said I haven't followed?
You didn't say you were following.
That's true. I would have followed. I didn't get a chance. 'cause
Okay,
of
so
the
now,
chocolate.
you're following. So you wouldn't have heard him say that.
Can I just?
Maybe
can I
maybe
just
you want to hear
dip?
it next time.
Can
I
I just
fucking
dip
called
to
it.
go and?
I called
I'm
it.
just gonna go. I'm just gonna go hunting while they sort out their business. I can't be bothered.
Yeah.
Like
Fair enough.
I'm going to clear my head by doing something else. Like
Yeah.
fuck.
Guys, I hope you don't mind. I need to go.
Oh, good.
Of course.
Love you, buddy.
Yeah, sorry.
Have a good one.
Yeah, like if you could like upload it or something.
Yeah, I definitely will.
I'll
No,
catch up.
we're not going to do much more. We're going to get everybody back to Cane Hall, and then we're going to wrap it up.
Okay, no, I'll get going then.
All right, love you, buddy.
Love you, Tristan.
Take
See you,
care.
people.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Bye.
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 So
I did call it. I was like, this is the fucking Vulcan Cabal. But Ishbel knows that. Yum doesn't know that. I remember you mentioned it briefly in passing. Get it?
you kind of introduced yourself.
Well, I didn't get a chance to. They put a silence spell on me and then we ran away.
Mistress, and he comes in and he like holds you by your hand and gives it a very firm squeeze. They are a secret society. Emphasis on the secret.
then. I should suppose I shan't be telling too many people about this then, should I?
No, you will not.
Who's just appeared?
Tall, dark hair, well kept, small chin strap, black clothes,
Gold.
gold
Yeah.
decoration.
Yum's gonna bow.
We don't do that here.
Well, it's only fair, seeing as I didn't get to make your proper acquaintance when we saw each other last time.
Garrett, you assured me that the new mistress would be polite and would follow instructions. Well, of, of, of course, hi, Jaeger. I'm so sorry. Did you instruct her to use the ley lines? No, she just kind of she's very smart. And so it would seem. He kind of like steps between you and Garrett, focusing intently on you.
My apologies, my lord. I did not mean to cause offense.
He turns and looks back towards Garrett. You really haven't taught her anything about us, have you? He gets down and he will get down on one knee and he'll bow nice and deeply towards you. I am the High Jaeger, my dear. It's my job to ensure order in this cabal. I serve at every member's request.
Then again, please pass my apologies on to your esteemed colleagues. It was an accident and it won't happen again.
I wouldn't be particularly surprised if they didn't pay you a visit on their own time.
Well, I shall endeavour to provide them with my best hospitality, if that is the case.
I hear that your adopted brother is also quite talented in the magical field.
Which one? Jaeger.
Ark Jaeger.
Jaeger, again.
He motions behind you. They're Jaegers. As you see the color begin to slowly warp and fade as two more people wearing the silver appear behind you.
My apologies, Jaeger.
The large one.
Oh, Tudiak.
Yes, I believe that's his name.
He is a very intelligent young man, Jaeger.
And he steps forward and kind of like leans down slightly. I don't particularly care for intelligence. I'm not recruiting. I care about magic ability, my dear.
Well, he is an
The
esteemed
most brilliant
colleague.
men in the world will rule over whatever kingdom they choose, but they will have no sway in the cabal without an ounce of magic.
All I can give credit to is what I have seen when he and I were growing up together.
And what have you seen, my dear?
Bella, shush. Sorry.
Can you explain this exact ritual of the Bella Shush?
What is this?
Forgive me, Jaeger. My hunting hound was alerting to something.
It's a dance that involves the booty.
I have seen Tyriak wield magic like a fine blade, and also like the bow across the strings of a violin. He has a finesse and skill.
Perhaps we could have use for a new lawmaster.
I'm afraid I can't speak for him. You will have to make contact yourself.
I'm afraid that you will have to present yourself before the cabal. I'm sure that. And Garrett's like, yes, no, I have definitely told her that she needs to present herself.
I am going
To
to
the
look
cabal.
and stare daggers at Garrett.
I said it before you left. He kind of like bows out of the conversation as much as possible.
Yes,
All the
Archeaga.
same,
Garrett did mention it, but I wasn't aware that it was of a pressing nature.
I mean, it wasn't particularly, and then you just so happened to stumble your way into one of the strongest, the most heavily defended magical fortresses in the world. Well, out of the world.
Imagine I fucking knew it.
Again, I don't know how to apologize more than I have already. Archeaga, please. I will be presenting myself to the Cabal in a more decorous fashion next
I
time.
would hope so. Be careful using those druid circles, my dear. I'm sure that Garrett will be more than happy to help you find your way back to Cane Hall.
I should hope so too. And she's gonna look daggers at Garrett again.
He's hiding behind you. While I'm here, my dear,
Anything. Archeaga.
there are rules you must understand. You're not allowed to use your magic as a form of slaughter. There must always be a means to an end with them. Death is not a means to an end. You must always be dedicated in your focus. Of course, we haven't found yours yet, but when we do, you must, like a sword, always carving forward. And last but most importantly, you must never create a magical being. You must only summon or control. That is the most heinous act, my dear. Do you understand?
I think so. Archeaga.
There are more rules, but truth be told, even as the chief enforcer of such rules, I honestly couldn't tell you them all. And he smiles and kind of looks back at you.
Well, I'm sure if I am in breach of any further ones, I shall expect you once again.
You will
on
be
my
cut
doorstep.
down on... No, he just said it cuts you off. You will be cut down where you stand. Enjoy your evening, my dear.
Noted, Archeaga. And thank you.
And he steps away and the two people behind you disappear back into the invisibility.
Get it?
The moment they're like,
And the best thing is that Gior's there one moment and then turns invisible, and Garrett's just kind of sitting there hiding. Yes,
You-
mistress.
And me. To the circle now.
Yeah,
the moment you
kinda-
finish saying that, Eric uninvisibilities and just stands there beside you for a moment. Huh. Felt like he was looking right at me.
No, what I think is going to happen is as they're walking past, you're just gonna very suddenly hear gonna run into something. Sorry.
Sorry.
Well,
Just say
well,
people
well.
invisible. Actually, I want that to be canon. The fact that like Eric's been following this entire time, just like, oh shit, I'm hearing so much. Sees Jaeger, Jaeger just passed him, and he's like, all right, time to go walk forward. But sorry, to one of the guys in silver, and just keeps walking past. just not even paying any mind to it. Then uninvisible's
Pretty
in
much.
front of
Yeah.
uninvisible's in front of Yorman, just like, wow.
If
Wow.
you have and I told you so for me, Eric, I don't want to hear it. I've had enough of feeling incompetent for one day.
Say, told you so, but wow.
Mm.
We have ties to the Vulcan Cabal.
Yeah, apparently some I didn't even know about.
Wow.
One thing that's
Liquor.
really worrying me, Eric, is how much I don't know and how much trouble that's going to get me into.
Yum.
Hmm.
You hear in your head. Bonjour, mi ami. Very rude of you to run out before we get to meet each other. We simply must dine together. Find me in the small house just down the street in Tipperary. You'll know which one. And the message cuts short, and then you like a second or so goes past, and you hear, it's the one that nobody wants to look at.
I just see her just start talking to me, then stop and just blankly stare for a moment as she's listening to this. Oh.
Yep. All right. I have to go and deal with Garrett.
Well, Druid Circle, you said, right?
Mm.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll find.
You
something
hear
to do.
another voice in your head. Yum. Me oh me. I can hear the next 25 words that you'll say. A little bit of a heads up. If you don't concentrate, they can disappear. Say hi to Garrett for me.
How am I supposed to say hi to Garrett when I don't even know who's speaking?
You hear again the voice in your head. You just hear.
You have a point.
That's it. It's the whole message.
Eric,
Yes?
how often do you have people speaking in your head?
Do you want the truthful answer, or do you want the answer that nobody wants to know?
It's the best person to fucking ask.
Both?
You don't want to know. Turns and walks away. Come on, to the circle.
As Eric goes
Every
away.
single person in this table to ask.
I know.
Then ask the
I
worst
know.
person is Eric.
I
It's
know.
amazing.
That's why I asked.
The voices!
As soon as Eric turns around, he just bumps into Brynja. Brynja's like, I swear I just hit some invisible guy on the way.
You sure?
Probably, Brynja. Look, I'm going to be held up with Garrett for a while, and then I have an appointment to keep after that. So, just entertain yourselves, please. Make sure Yoss doesn't get
appointment?
into any trouble.
What
Yoss is
appointment?
gone. Yoss is long gone.
Yeah, do you want me to roll for tracking?
Yeah, make a quick survival check for me.
What?
Wasn't that one? He's
What's-
rolling.
I'm just tracking for an animal. Just
Oh, no,
It
no,
is
no, that's
survival.
fine. I'm talking to Yum.
Oh.
So, you're rolling a background. This is something that can be
Yeah,
dealt
yeah,
with in
yeah.
the background.
Yeah.
Mm.
What appointment?
Oh, it's the
Nature?
stuff, don't worry.
Survival. What was it?
Yeah, just survival.
14.
Good stuff. Okay.
Get it?
Yes, mistress.
There are a few things that I think you haven't told me on purpose.
Not on purpose, mistress, I swear.
I don't want to hear your excuses. We're going to sit, we are going to eat, and you are going to tell me the things I need to know. Now.
Yes, mistress. So, I'm dropping the voice. I can't be fucked.
Yeah,
So,
no,
ask
that's
your
fine.
questions.
First of all, Garrett, when were you going to tell me properly about the Vulcan Cabal?
He was going to wait until you got to meet all the other druids.
And why were you going to wait?
Because they kind of wanted for all of you, for like the druids to present you together. But there is only 6 druids to handle the entirety of Peloa. So they're kind of stretched very fucking thin.
Mm.
there's a handful of like druid helpers,
Mhm.
which are just like the women and the young, like the 14 to like 19-year-old boys who just have nothing else to do with their time, so they come down and they help.
Yep.
But proper actual druids, there's only 6 of them. Now with you 7.
Mhm. Also, what's this about ley lines? Is that separate from the druid circle?
So the ley lines, where the ley lines run. All right. So what I'm actually going to say is I'm going to say that he's going to explain fully because he would actually understand.
Mhm.
So, the whole in this universe, at least with the ley lines, they are originally back in the day. There was like the material plane, and then there was like the magic field that kind of went over the material plane.
Mhm.
And over time, like based on how often it was used and shit, the magic began to slowly compress and begin to form into much stronger kind of like fields of magic,
Mhm.
and that was what eventually became the ley lines.
Mhm. So as it compressed, it got heavier and sunk into the earth.
No, it all not only did it sink in, it also went up too, and it kind of made a like a sine wave kind of thing.
Yeah.
But at random intervals,
Mhm.
and wherever those things compressed, little pockets of earth popped up.
Okay.
That was where you guys just were, on
In the
one of
druid
those
circles.
pockets of earth.
Druid circle.
No.
No, the pocket of Earth.
The
It's
room.
like a
The
it's
room.
it's a place that exists but also doesn't exist.
It's an extra planar space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all extra planar places are up and down, up and down, up and down, either up or down
Existing in
along
all-
that fucking
existing
line.
in all dimensions at once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the ley lines, they run in a northeasterly direction,
Mhm.
up through Peloa,
Mhm.
and then they head back off northwest towards the Marilog. The northmost druid circle, which is one up here near Kieki,
Mhm.
is where they start to turn around and go back towards the northwesterly direction, and pretty much heads a straight line towards the Marilog. And so the one at Tall Hall, the one at Dane Hall, and the one at Kane Hall, all 3 of them are on the same ley line as the one at Kieki.
Okay.
And just to give you an idea, the one that has this hall, although I'm not going to tell you exactly where it is, it's nowhere near wherever the fuck you were trying to go. It's
Yeah.
not even on this ley line at all.
So Yum just like diverted her travel between 2 very
It's like
seemingly obvious points and ended up somewhere completely random in the middle.
it's like going for a day trip in New Zealand and ending up in like Istanbul.
Tokyo.
Istanbul, not
No.
Constantinople.
Tokyo's still on like the same like latitude or longitude. Like no, this is
Ended
like
up in Africa.
middle of buttfuck nowhere.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Get it. I feel like there's a lot more that I need to know, but I don't know that I'm going to need to know it until I need to know it.
He just looks at you and just like, yeah, that's kind of how it is for all of us. He explains to you his first encounter with the Cabal, which he actually because he so up in Kieki, that was where he learned to become a druid, but he wasn't taught normally. He just kind of picked it up naturally, and he ended up creating a face spirit, and always being executed by the Velkin Cabal
For creating a face
because of
spirit,
it.
which is
Yes.
basically like making a homunculus or something like that. It's
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
the law of equivalent, the law of equivalent exchange doesn't like that one so much.
No.
No,
So like you can summon face spirits, you can summon elementals, you can summon demons and stuff.
but you can't make one.
You can't make
No,
one.
you can just borrow one from the plane that it lives on.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
He didn't even know that he was making one. He was just kind of fucking around with things, and that was the only reason he was still alive. They came there ready to kill him, and he just kind of accidentally
recreate
killed
it,
it,
yeah.
right? And it's like, I don't know what I was doing, and like eventually they're able to get the truth out of him. Anything else we want to do while we're here?
Well, after
Probably-
listening in on this conversation, just like there's a lot. That's a
well,
lot to unpack.
You're messed to go to the house that no one wants to look at. Oh, also get
That's
it.
in Tipperary.
That's in Tipperary. That's on the other.
Yeah.
Okay. So hold up.
Yeah, hold on. You need to zoom out the
We
map
have
for
some
me.
traveling to
Yeah,
do.
this is Kieki. You're
Mhm.
currently in Town Hall. Sorry, Toll Hall.
Tipperary's on the other side.
Oh my god.
That's Tipperary.
Okay, Jesus Christ. Also, get it. Someone with a French accent told me to say hello to you.
And you can just see he's got a very red face. It goes pale.
Elven.
And oh yeah, an Elven accent. Sorry, my mistake. I forgot that elves were French and
Even more pale.
yeah, they didn't leave a name. They just laughed.
I know who it is.
Who is it?
No.
I closed my fucking encyclopedia because I thought I was done with bloody notes.
Like a pulling a fast one.
Your name is Akshaya.
Akshaya.
Shredder's got a notebook.
And he just kind of looks off in the distance. He's like, David, do not go alone with her. No matter where you go.
Don't go alone.
Please. For your own sake.
Is she part of the cabal?
She is the Archmage of Eternity.
I have to say, get it,
You
when I was told I was becoming Mistress of the Hunt, I thought that was the biggest job anyone could have. And now all of a sudden I'm coming across Archjägers, Archmages, fucking gods. I don't know, I
If it
feel
was
like
only gods, life would be so much simpler.
that's what I mean, get it. I feel like there's so much about the world I don't know yet.
Did you get a good look at the old man?
I saw he didn't look well. His hair was greasy and his
Apparently-
beard looked thin.
He hasn't looked well in a few millennia.
Well, I mean, age would explain it, but given the state of his robes, I would think he'd be more than capable of buying a spell to keep himself young. If he wanted to.
And he comes over and he holds your hand. He is a god.
Which one?
I do not know his name. He was one of the original 6.
Holy
Was.
Mm.
Yeah.
Was, get it?
The first 6 members. He was who brought them together.
Alright. Thank you, Gareth.
The
I'm sorry for getting so angry at you. It just
The only other mage that is remembered from that time is Lorak. But you must never say his name.
why not?
Fuck! Rolled a natural 1 for a wisdom save.
And now,
Oh,
guess
no.
what?
I was so confident he would make it past it.
He said his name and now he's dead.
No.
It's like the name Voldemort.
So, You notice his head begins to drop, and violently shake and contort. You see his skin go really, really thin, like it's been like a drum that's been stretched too far.
Get it?
He's going to lunge out towards you. Does a 21 hit?
A 21 will hit.
Whoa.
Take 6 points of total HP damage.
So that drops my max HP.
Yes.
The moment he
Fuck.
lunges and attacks, Eric summons the blade and just hits him with the back of it to like
hmm
do dagger damage, but not
Not lethal.
non-lethal. That's the word. Thank you.
So you've summoned the dagger, right? You don't get to choose that, buddy. That's psychic damage, regardless of what you do, and that's going to deal full damage.
Oh shit. Well, too late to correct it.
If as I say, if you hit him with a normal dagger, I'd let it.
I mean, yeah,
That's in-
if it, I would have known that psychic damage isn't not non-lethal. Pull the
Mhm.
dagger out.
No, but you also probably would have panicked as well.
Yeah, I'll take it. No, I will take it that I hit him in the back of the head with the
With the butt
blunt
of the dagger,
force.
right?
Yeah,
No,
but with the dagger.
no. Remember, the dagger comes out of your hand, doesn't it? Like I thought it was a Assassin's Creed
it comes out as a hidden blade. Have you seen Assassin's Creed 3 where Connor pulls the blade out and holds it like a stabby thing? Have you seen?
No, I
So
haven't.
it can do whatever I really want with it, as long as it's a blade, essentially.
Okay.
I normally use it as hidden blades because it's just easier, it's concealed, it does the job. In certain situations, I can throw them, which I summon it, twirl on my finger, and throw it. And there are times where Eric panicked, so he's like, bang, with a magic dagger that does full damage.
Roll to hit. Roll to hit.
Is this advantage because he doesn't see it coming?
No, he's
Oh my
actively
God.
attacking.
Okay. Everything got knocked up. What is it? +7 to hit. 22.
22? Yeah, that definitely hits him. 13.
Yeah. Is this sneak attack?
Yes, because Yum is within 5 feet of him. I know Yum. I don't think. Well, hold up. I don't think it is because Yum isn't trying to attack him. Yum isn't in the combat.
No,
No.
not in combat.
The only reason why I would get it is if I'm behind him and got flanking, but that's only
but
by
you're-
a
no,
target.
you-
No,
yes,
you
yes,
can't. You can't be
that's
flanking because of.
it's a non-combat target. So
Yeah.
therefore, it's not sneak attack. Thank fuck. But it's still
Sneak attack adds 1d6, right?
no 2d6.
No.
2d6?
2d6 at the moment, and then it goes up next level.
Jesus.
Yeah,
So
no, bloody rogues do nasty damage.
I am so happy
Mm-hmm.
that Eric panicked. I say this because he only did 1 + 5. He only did 6 points of psychic damage with this hit, and realized with his mistake with the psychic blade, and was just like, "Oh shit, dagger!" This time with these offhand.
Okay, go with it.
So it's just like smack. Oh shit, smack.
Mm-hmm.
Eric's just like, 19,
That definitely hits.
and this one is a D4 + 5.
I'm just hoping that Garrett's over level 2.
Yes, no, he definitely is.
8 points of. I did more damage with my non-lethal damage than I did with my psychic damage, which is 8 points.
Paul.
Just to make sure, just to clarify, you were saying non-lethal damage with the second dagger?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you add your dexterity to your second your dagger roll?
Scratch that. 3 points of damage.
Much better.
If it was my psychic dagger, it's different, but it's not my
Yes.
psychic dagger. Thank you for pulling me up. 3 points of
You're
non-lethal damage.
Yeah, so he just kind of after the lunge at you, Lico, he kind of just collapses on the floor for a moment and starts shivering and like quaking there on the ground.
Get it. Thank you, Eric, but get it.
Yeah, I'm just like sitting there, just like.
I've said his name so many times before, and always leaves you with a creepy feeling, but I've never heard that before.
I think, given the current situation, there are bound to be lots of eyes on us and on me, especially. I'm sorry to get it. I didn't mean to
Also,
get you into so much
sorry.
trouble.
Sorry for hitting you in the back of the head
Mm-hmm.
twice.
So it was Brunier. Are you there too, bud?
Yeah, Brunye, as soon as that happened, Brunye walked closer to just in case.
Did you hear the conversation, or did you just see what happened?
I just saw what happened.
Okay, cool.
Brunye was trying to explore the teleport thing. It's like, whoa.
All right. So, anything else we want to do while we're here?
No, I'll probably just get some snacks that remind us of home and then get the druid circle back.
Oh,
You
oh!
dive, you get back
Does
right
Eric want to be spiteful and go talk to that guy that fucking Turiak was his right hand man and put the blade against him, called him banished prince and everything. You know, insulted Eric. Eric could be so petty right now, but he won't. He'll go. He'll go. I'm just
Probably
gonna.
feeling a bit shaken up from watching Garrett, who you've known since you were a child, attack your sister.
Shaken up. I was surprised. Shaken up after the fact? Probably not anymore.
Yeah. So, you guys can make it back to Kane's Hall.
Yeah.
And that's where we're gonna wrap up tonight. But there is one extra thing I wanted to say.
Mm-hmm.
While you're all having a long rest, which reminds me, Licky, you get your max HP back.
Fuck for that, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
sweet.
Because that put me to 28, which is like 2
Yeah.
more than I had before I leveled up.
Yep. So, yeah. Liquor and Tristan, you guys both have dreams.
Oh.
All
Oh,
right.
I fucking want this. No more.
Liquor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is new. Hello. What's your name? You see nothing. Your eyes are closed.
My name is Yum. What's your name?
My name. Roll a wisdom check for me.
Wisdom save or wisdom check?
Wisdom save.
Good, 'cause I get a +6 on those. Okay, hold on real quick. No, shit, hold on. 1 second, sorry, I closed my browser window that I'm using Discord in by accident. Alright, so. Oh, fuck. It's gonna be a 14.
All right, we'll pick that up next session.
No!
You'll have to wait to find out what
Oh.
happened.
Wait, hold on. Let me. Hang on. I'm trying to
cut off
figure out
the
if there's
action.
something I can do to, like,
Just cut off the
not.
action.
At
Not get
low
charmed.
levels, no.
Did I find anything?
Yes, you did. You actually found a small fox.
Alright, I'm gonna sell that bad boy.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Good
I got
idea.
nothing to make that any better.
Oh, good.
We'll save
Oh.
for next session.
Should I wait till next session to sell it or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna add fox to my inventory.
this is new.
Another voice for my head. Yay.
I can't help but feel like
Sorry.
I believe When it comes to asking strangers their name, you must first present yours.
Oh, of course. My bad. I'm a little out of touch with the custom.
Quite all right.
My name is.
Landed
Oh,
there.
wisdom check. Well, wisdom save for me.
My name is Wisdom Save. Okay. That's going to be a 15, but I feel like that's not high enough, and I'm going to use my psychic die to boost that
To what?
to 15 plus 6, 21. I rolled a 6 on my d6.
Yeah. My name is Lurak. And yours
Lurak?
is.
Lurak. Okay. Name is Eric.
Well, Eric. You seem to be stronger than the others.
Excuse me, bitch.
Just Brynja just kicks the door down in the fucking dream.
Yeah.
You talking some shit?
Opens the door to fucking dream world.
Just Dawnbreaker and everything, just like, excuse me, bitch.
The fuck?
I may very
Anyway.
well have use for such a strong-willed man.
Added to the list of voices that request my assistance.
I'm sure that the others will bend when I command it.
Would you say the voices in Eric's head would be would quieten down the moment he says that?
Yeah, I'd tell you, for the first time in a very long time, everything is quiet.
Oh, that's new.
I could keep them all away from you, if you'd like.
It's gotta be a
All
catch.
I ask is one little favor.
I'm guessing I don't get to hear the favor unless I say yes to this particular task. Is that correct?
I'm no charlatan, my son. And as you see, all of a sudden, directly before you, there is the Maralog, a giant whirlpool. You see a small lighthouse just on the edge of it, barely cresting over it. Set me free. I will take away your pain and your misery, and you will live in blissful ignorance. Whatever you desire will be yours.
I ask, what are you?
I am old. Older than the world itself. A remnant of a war that my people lost.
Oh no.
A simple refugee trying to live, and yet still I am bound.
Do you know why you were bound?
Of course. I broke one of the rules. I made life.
Life
Like
did you
all
make?
those before me.
What life did you make?
Hard enough to explain. I promise you. I will show you one day. Sadly, the mountains to the north Block my sight. Or
What
you
mountains would
must
you be
do-
talking about? Sorry.
That's all he says. Mountains to the north.
Block your sight.
Hmm.
And what are the mountains to the north? Is that like north of Peloa or?
So there are, in the most literal sense, there are three mountains to the north from you, right?
Yep.
You have the ones here that are around Rosewood and the Baileys.
Yeah.
They're not particularly large mountains. Actually quite easily traversable. But they're a pain in the ass to cross. Right? You've got the Spine of the World, which is this large kind of V-shaped mountains here.
Yeah.
Which divide up the heartlands. Especially down here, they are fucking enormous. But towards the middle, they're not particularly large. You have the Great Dividing Range, which I wouldn't quite say is quite as tall as, especially down here in the Spine of the World, but they are definitely thick. Like as an example, I actually have the map here. Let's go. It's about 70 miles wide of mountains.
Fuck. The mountains to the north block his sight. And where's the Marilog?
Right there.
And
Right
what's north of that? What are them?
Nothing.
Makes no sense to me. We're looking at this as if like straight up is north, correct? Or is north
Yes.
angled somewhere?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
No, north is straight up.
Mountains to the north. Block his sight. Is that all he ends and then that's the end of the dream?
Did
Or
he say
is he still
Yeah.
talking?
mountains to your north?
No, he just said mountains to the north.
There's like your literal north are the Dwarfkin Mountains, which are these here. But they don't really block anything.
Alright, well,
And
guessing-
as everything kind of goes quiet for you, the voices return.
I'm gonna roll something real quick to see how Eric kind of.
You just hear Bruno's voice.
For fuck's sake, I'm rolling an at 20 for this, which Eric just, in his mind, he just sits down as if he's sitting down having a cup of tea. He's just used to it. He doesn't like. The silence came as a part relief, but when the voices came back, he sort of seemed like, this is better, and has a sip of tea and probably wakes up at that point for the next session.
Great. Next session. All right, guys.
All right. Apologies in advance
Fuck.
for Yum going fucking rabid, I guess.
Fucking. I can't believe you guys went to that fucking room.
I can, for some reason, when you did the whole that dream whisper thing, all I can imagine is Aurelian Soul's voice. If you have seen that trailer,
Yes.
mate, that
Yes.
was so like, oof, my whole, I got chills.
Bro, like when I heard the dream, I was just expecting to see just a face, and just a
Yeah.
face talking, and it's just like
I
you
was
see
expecting,
pitch
like,
black, and you don't see anything, and it's just like, oh,
just like a giant
Oh, no.
Cthulhu's face or something. It's like, oh, fuck.
he's an old god. Sorry, he's not a god. He didn't say he was a god. He said,
He's an old cunt.
That's exactly what he said in that way.
I am old. I am older than the world.
yeah, he's a
What is-
remnant of a war.
What
that
is a
his people
Stella
lost.
Shush? That's the best.
He made life, and that was the rule he broke.
No, Bella Shush. What is a Bella Shush?
But that doesn't make sense as a. Mm.
Just think about what the Valken Cabal was warning Yum against and what got Garrett in trouble.
Oh, yeah, it's the making of life. So the Valken Cabal has an old god as its leader. He's 12 foot tall, white beard, old man, and there's a voice called Lorak, who's currently been held in a lighthouse in the middle of the Maralog,
Maralog, yeah.
and he wants someone to set him free. And then apparently the mountains to the north block his sight. But to the north of him, there's nothing, which makes me think there's possibly a fucking uncharted island north of him, north of the Maralog. Or if it has been charted, no one's actually lived and set foot on it. Or they've set foot, but never returned.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, there's nothing to the north of him. So, Eric sailed around the Maralog to make sure he doesn't go fucking into it. So he knows where it's located. He knows the direction of it. Same as Brunye, that's correct. We didn't see anything north, but we didn't go that far north anyways. We stuck more to the southern areas.
Is there more than one Marrow?
There is only the one Maralog.
Fuck.
Who's up for a who's up for a ship adventure?
We're gonna have to pay for that. We ain't got no
Mhm.
sailor.
What are you talking about? I've got 2 ships.
Oh wait, that's right.
Yes, a bitch.
Pog.
Brunier
And
and
a whole
Eric?
crew.
Excuse me?
And a whole crew.
Heard you was talking shit.
I'm still still
Knocks
laughing
on
from the
door.
fact that bloody Eric's dreaming and then Brunny comes in. What was that, bitch?
You're strong-willed. Oh, no, hang on. I heard you're strong. Brunier, excuse me? Willed. Never mind. Shuts door.
Alright, guys. Any other questions before we go?
No.
Boggle
No, not really.
I think that's about it. Fuck, I have to go back through so much and take so many notes. Oh, it's gonna be my day tomorrow.
Fucking hell.
All
I
right.
got
so
work
tired.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
so.
I
I'm
gotta
gonna
go,
head to
guys,
bed.
because my fucking back is killing me, and I have to go let the dog out and then go to bed. Other than that, good night. I love you all to pieces, and I might see some of you tomorrow. I don't know.
Good night.
Good night.
I'm
Bye,
gone
all
bye,
day.
bye.